This episode brought to you by, I can't remember.
Well, that's ironic. Don't you think?
It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free. Oh, we're done.
Hey, everybody. We're watching Total Recall, and you're listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Findlay and Todd Murray.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Findlay.
Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we are back. We're now out of our, for lack of a better term, obligated movies. Because
Yes,
we got through all the Marvels. We got through the our May the 4th movie and all that. And now we're just choosing movies again like a bunch of suckers or
Fucking
something.
right on.
And what has been brought forth. We had to go back to Arnie. We had to get back into the 80s.
I had to get all these, I'm tired of these superhero muscles. I need Arnold muscle. I need 80s muscle.
Yeah.
Even though this is not the 80s, but
Yeah.
fucking.
Non-functional muscles
Fucking
in a
right
functional world. All right, well, we got to get this one started
Let's
right
do
away,
it.
and there's only one way to do that. As
is the
always,
truth.
we shall press play.
No.
And
Here we fucking go. Verhoeven, Schwarzenegger,
Cannot get enough.
and that glowing pyramid.
Yes, the Studio Canal.
Studio C Anal. Bring it on. I haven't seen it.
off
Wait,
the
is
bat.
this the one that was that always on there?
No, I think that's like it's
fuck
the
is that one?
TriStar. I think it's
This
a new
is the
home
one.
video. Yeah,
I miss this guy, man.
yeah, the TriStar one is.
This guy's
good.
the man. He got his wings and he's flying.
And then it went Columbia TriStar, where it was like one side, and then the other side was Columbia with the Statue of Liberty thing.
Would somebody laugh at you if you had a TriStar Pictures tattoo? You'd be like, check this out, TriStar Pictures ain't even around anymore.
I think it's fairly niche.
Yeah, this was on there.
This
This
was
is here.
Yeah, I love all these old logos, man. This is the Carol Co. Schwarzenegger actually had these guys buy the rights to the movie from Dino De Laurentiis, who had it forever, and they were working on scripts and stuff like that.
How do you turn mine up?
Turn yours up.
In the ear holes.
Oh, and the ear holes right here.
This one.
Yeah. Oh, you can actually probably hear this right now because I'm.
There. I gotta hear the sweet beginning music, man. This movie right now, I don't hear anything now.
No, it's all right.
This movie. Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
Sorry about that. We're just getting some technical shit out of the
Fucking
way.
who cares? This is a sweet. This is the reason that now they do both sets of credits at the end movie. I'm sure this is the fucking movie. This is like the longest fucking sequence.
Well, I think the rule isn't that you have to do it, but at the end, the rule is you have to have it twice.
If I made a movie, I've told myself this. I want the beginning credits. I like the beginning credits. It sets a tone and a mood.
I think certain movies you can definitely get away with it. Any standalone movie you should be able to get away with it, no problem. I can understand like a Lord of the Rings or something like that.
just get right into it.
And it's like,
Well,
like
if
they don't even show
like
the
they did, right?
Yeah, and I mean usually it's like almost 20 minutes in before you even see the title of the movie. It's like you have like a sick long cold open like a friggin' Bond movie.
Jerry Goldsmith.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this one actually.
Me as well.
So I
Fucking love this movie.
I think this is because we were talking about doing Arnie, I was kind of between this and The Running Man, and I was like, you know what? It's been a long time since I've seen this one.
I just purchased the Running Man from the flea market, and you don't remind me because I have to bring it back.
Nice. So you can just see that this is based on Philip K. Dick's We Remember It For You Wholesale. Just some other movies he has been involved in because he wrote the stories. He wrote Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which became Blade Runner. He wrote the novel that Screamers is based on. He wrote A Scanner Darkly. He wrote Minority Report.
Yeah.
He wrote The Adjustment Bureau. Electric Dreams, The Man in the High Castle. Like, he is responsible for a lot of stuff,
Sci-fi.
but like it's all been adapted from
He's
him.
one of the granddaddies.
Yeah, for sure.
Get your ass to Mars.
Oh god, this is one of probably our most Arnie quotables. This is the one where we see them. Oh, that's just him outside in the
general.
Martian air.
That's what they should have shown with the rover lander. Should have found and his eyeballs are popping out. So like, we're on Mars. Oh my god.
How amazing would that be?
This week is so fucking awesome. I can't believe they fired Verhoeven for all those rapes. Like, what the hell?
I think it was not enough.
Yeah.
Wow, they
He
get a
was
really nice
equal
system.
opportunity. Don't go crazy, ladies. He raped men too. Equal.
Yeah, come on. I like that this version of Mars has weird rock moons.
I dig it.
It's not bad. Actually, a lot of the geography that they put into place is based on topographical maps of Mars.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff
supposed to
like
be all
that
dry
they-
desert. Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's so bad. So they made, those are like legit, obviously legit, like puppets that they made of all these guys, but they had like very detailed puppets that they made.
His face.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it. His face is a puppet, anyways.
Yes.
In a lot of the scenes of this movie, his face is just perfect for faking it.
Oh, yeah.
Like with the CG face, like his face in the mirror in Terminator 1 where he's digging at his eye and the thing, like his face looks, it's perfect.
You are 100% right.
Yeah,
His,
like
his
his-
face looks like a mask.
yeah,
so
it's it works so well.
way to start off with having some Sharon Stone.
It's a good way to start your day.
So this performance is what got her Basic Instinct, also directed by Paul Verhoeven. But the interesting thing, because he says, I guess there's a sex scene in this between the two of them or whatever, and he's like, she wouldn't do nudity for it, and he's like, but I got, in the DVD commentary for this, he's like, but I got her back in Basic Instinct, and I'm like, only he would see nudity as revenge. I'll show you, we have gaping pussy scene in your next movie then.
Yeah, we'll make up for a double. Look at this is true. This is absolutely. Oh, there's a tit right there.
Yep.
I remember this.
Yeah, one got loose. I don't think that was intentional.
I don't think it was either. You know, Verhoeven kept it in.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, here.
Or that was the first CG.
He's like, the part of your cleavage that I can't see on camera is shining the camera. He's like, you need to show it all. She's like, okay, well, all right.
Sure.
The fucking guns and the sweaty turd.
Yeah. Apparently, like when this was first being developed, and the story is about like a banker or a computer salesman or something like that, and he, yeah, like just in the story itself. But then he,
I was like, you watched the same movie? I'm like,
no,
what the
I'm not
fuck?
talking about this movie.
You mean the story?
Yeah, I'm talking about how it was like originally written, and this was developed when Dino De Laurentiis had it. This was developed with Patrick Swayze in mind, which is not the first time he was the first choice for a movie that ended up being a Schwarzenegger movie, because he was also supposed to be in The Running Man.
Really?
He turned down
You
The
know
Running
what?
Man
I could
for
see.
The Roadhouse.
I can picture him in this movie, in this role.
Yeah. Well, the idea was it's like a nothing nobody kind of guy becomes, you find out he's the spy,
Right.
right? And more of a, what's that one that, Chuck or whatever it was on NBC.
Oh, right. Yes.
So it's like that sort of thing. But then when Schwarzenegger got wind of this, he was like, no, it has to be big, muscular construction worker. And then it makes more sense that he's super spy who kills and blah, 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 right?
Nice TV wall.
This is classic Verhoeven television. You can always tell if I didn't have a list of what movies Verhoeven did, all I have to do is watch for a little bit and see the TV coverage that they show.
Yep.
Like, this is a Paul Verhoeven movie.
He certainly does love his news. His newscasters.
Let's move to Mars.
Wow. I think Sharon Stone is a terrific actress, and it's a shame that she wasn't in more stuff.
And when she was showing up in things later on and stuff like that too, she was like really impressing people. I'm sure, like even in Catwoman, which was terrible, like she's in it and they're like, wow, she is the one person who got what she was doing.
Yeah.
And just like played it really well. I think that a lot of things, because the activist in her too kind of changes things. That happens to a lot of actors. Sean Penn does kind of the same thing, although he still appears in more stuff. But
He's in with that new Mel Gibson movie. What
is
the
it?
heck was the name of it? The Madman and the Professor, and it's Sean Penn and Mel Gibson.
oh really?
And they just released it now. It's been on the shelf for like 10 years or something.
Oh crazy. Well, I guess, yeah.
Mutants.
I know, right? And I love me some Ronnie Cox, and of course he's in Verhoeven movies left and right.
Verhoeven's definitely got his team of players. He's like lots of directors out there. Like Tim Burton.
Yes.
Holy Christ.
Well, what else was it? Rennie Harlan did Deep Blue Sea.
And Freddy 4.
Yeah, no, because I was going to say, because Ronnie Cox is in Deep Blue Sea, but he has no lines in it.
Really?
And I was thinking,
he plays the shark?
Yes, he is the shark. No, he's in a scene early on when you see Samuel L. Jackson as the boss. He's like just there, and then they're like, he had some like big part that just ended up getting cut down in favor of more Sam Jackson.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, well, first I was just watching Sharon Stone. Look at her. It's like, get the fuck off me. Mm-hmm. It's the morning. I'm trying to watch the news. I'm trying to leave. Get away from me.
Stop trying to sex me.
Yeah, like, Jesus Christ, woman. But the thing, too, is have you ever had a woman get angry at you because you did something in a dream that they had?
Not real angry, fake angry.
Right.
Where she got, like, she was just like, oh, you did this, but she was just joking.
Right. I had a girl who was very upset that I had cheated on her in a dream. And it was multiple days of, like, kind of being in the doghouse where I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
you got 30 seconds to get over that, or I'm going to cheat on you in real
pretty
life.
much.
That's how that goes down.
So this is what year is this? Did it say in the beginning?
19,342.
Pretty close. Yeah. Pretty soon.
I have no idea, to be honest. You know what's kind of funny, though, is this future is more past than anything else. Yes. So this is actually some of the first actual photorealistic CG ever done, is this this X-ray work. And I know a lot of it they actually ended up having to hand draw because their CG stuff wasn't working the way they wanted. Right. Well, it was just the actual physical equipment wasn't working or whatever, but that's where like the first utilizations were. I mean, there is other CG in other movies, but no, like that sounds like it would be awful.
It looks awful. What fucking vacation is that?
You want everything to be a hike and for there to be people who look like vaginas?
I think John Cena has his haircut in this movie now.
I noticed. I saw a photo of him and I was like, yeah, it's all like coned over.
Yeah, it looks like this.
He looks like if a little boy had giant muscles.
They should have one of these machines at like Comic-Con. Mm-hmm. Of a lifetime, recall.
That would be fun. That would just be a fun thing. You get your photo, make a memory.
Yeah. Oh, here we fucking go. Check this out.
Yeah. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger's favorite thing in the world is to make himself look a million. Like, look at those bloody arms.
Funnily enough, my arm looks just the same when I'm jacking.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do it with the same. See, this is the thing, though. Here's the part that makes him look weaker because it makes him look like a badass when he's doing it. Then they go over and, like, poor man's Danny DeVito is also doing it.
This guy worked for Mr. Slate. He looks like he's straight out of the Flintstones. Of course he's good at breaking rocks.
Totally. He could have been Mario in Super Mario Brothers if you wanted him to be.
He could totally be the guy working. He could be Mr. Slate.
Yeah. He was, I think he was Joey's dad in Friends. His name's Paul Costanzo.
I like him.
Costanzo, not Paul Costanzo. Robert
Costanzo. I'll go back to my job, I guess.
I was looking at his IMDb, though, and he's got a movie called Respect the Jukes or Jukes. And I think Jukes. Respect the Jukes. And he plays the character Porn King.
Nice.
So I was already on board with that.
Automatically.
I don't know what the movie's about, but I know he plays Porn King.
This movie actually kind of seems like this would be the future. Like, not too crazy, but yeah, okay, you could travel to another planet and do this kind of things, but there's not flying cars. There isn't like...
Well,
it's not way too ridiculous.
Well, this feels to me... Yeah. This feels to me like it's already sort of the past. Like almost all of this stuff is technology we currently have.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, we're not the space. Well, the space travel, yes, but we're not on planets. We're not going to Mars and having vacation.
Well, you're not.
Or,
Hey, there it is.
You haven't been going to Disneyland.
Mm-hmm. We have that on our phones.
Oh yeah, right there.
I was watching a great.
That's neat.
I was watching a great thing called like '90s life hacks, and they were all life hacks for things that we can basically do on our phone.
Like, looks like Janet Jackson or something, eh?
Totally.
She was checking him out. And he was okay, right?
Yeah, so it was one of them was like, having a hard time with directions. Print out your MapQuest directions and then like tape it up to your mirror and stuff It was like that sort of thing.
Cover the rear view mirror with your instructions.
You don't want your parents to hear the landline ring? Well, then call the movie phone and just listen to it over and over again till the phone beeps. And just like shit like that, right?
Oh, because then somebody picks up the phone and pretends that they hang up and then they listen to your conversation because they're sick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I want everybody at home when it comes up. I wish there could be like, I want us all at home to pick who we would pick in the machine. Like, what kind of woman do you want, or man? Demure, athletic, busty, slutty.
Well, I'm telling you,
gassy.
That's another thing that's probably changed over time is what he said would be something totally, I want that fat ass, son.
Yeah. Although he's that type of guy. He likes them. He likes those fitness
I'm a dude who's sick into grimace.
To grimace. What about the fart porn?
Oh, yeah.
Just type us up. You'll get some fart porn.
Oh, my God. No, it's the opposite. You type in fart porn and you get us.
Or in Rachel McAdams' feet.
Yeah, we were doing, I was doing some.
I probably looked that up myself.
I know. I was doing some analytics for our website and I came across the searches where we pop up and among them were fart porn, fart prawn, because apparently enough people spell it wrong.
Spell it wrong, yeah. No, actually, they're not.
I had Rachel McAdams' feet. And Rachel McAdams porn. I'm really sorry, Rachel McAdams. We're not trying to drag you through.
The only way to stop this, Rachel, is to send us a picture of your feet.
Yeah. What's crazy too is like nothing like that came up in conversation or anything like that.
If she actually did send us a picture of her feet, just to do it, I would definitely jack over them.
Yeah, of course.
I don't even know if I'd be that into just a pic. I like women's feet, but I don't think a picture of feet would do it. No. But I'd get there. I'd get there. Just be like, fuck it, I'm doing it.
I don't think I'd get there.
Well, maybe you have something else besides you kind of cheat.
Yeah.
A cheat sheet,
Yeah. So two of the writers, Ronald Schwarzenegger and Dan O'Bannon, they were working on this in the 70s.
I just watched something with him, and his name was on the
credits.
credits.
We'll go over his name.
Okay, cool.
You'll see some of them. But they were... they basically, while they were working on this story, they're like, it'll be too expensive and too hard to make and all that stuff. So they started making another project, and that project ended up being Alien.
Nice.
So, so their names, if you watched any of the Aliens movies, their names pop up because it's like characters by. Right?
I just watched like Alien Covenant yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
It was terrible.
Yeah, but that may be where you saw.
It might. Stuff. You know what? You're right. That might be it, actually.
Yeah. But
it is.
Yeah, Ronald Schwarzenegger, he did the story for Alien, and he also wrote Above the Law and Free Jack. And Dan O'Bannon wrote Alien. He wrote Heavy Metal, Blue Thunder. He wrote and directed Return of the Living Dead.
Oh my God. Dan O'Bannon?
Yeah, Dan O'Bannon.
This guy's the fucking man.
He is really good. John Pavil, who helped work on the screen story for this.
There we go.
He's written for a lot of sci-fi stuff, Star Trek The Next Generation, Sliders, Outer Limits, things like that. And then Gary Goldman, who also wrote on the
Sliders.
Right?
Oh God,
fantastic! Hey, that cute kid from My Secret Identity.
You'll never know my secret identity.
And then
actually, you will. It's pretty easy.
Yeah. And then Gary Goldman also worked on the script, and he wrote Big Trouble in Little China, one of ours, Navy SEALs, and
one of ours.
It's part of I coined a new term, the MCCU. Miscast Commentary Cinematic Universe.
Oh, so yeah. You threw another C in there and stole it from me.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that, though. That's cool.
Yeah. you fucking nailed it.
Yeah, you're going to steal it from somebody. Maybe if you don't, Todster.
That's right.
I feel like a lot of what I just saw in that image, like when I was watching Alien Covenant, I thought of this movie a lot.
Oh, really?
Because of just just those images they show there on that screen.
Oh, yeah?
With the ancient aliens... leaving stuff behind and all this shit. Like,
which one was Covenant?
Covenant is with Danny McBride. It's the
newest one. Newest one. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was that, but then I was thinking that's Alien Resurrection.
They tried something different. I think the alien from Resurrection shows up though.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
I like that.
Blonde.
I'm going with the one that looked like Denai Guerrera in the bottom right corner.
You know what? I should have with black.
Black hair?
No, black.
Just black lady. Well, I don't think they've even asked that yet, did they? Or was that?
Well, no. Once he picked that color hair, it automatically went to her.
Oh, okay.
Maria Conchita Gonzalez or whatever.
Athletic.
Alonzo.
No, athletic girls' boobs are too small.
No, I don't like them ripped.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. That's a good body type right there. Just when they have like abs and stuff, I don't like it.
Sleazy and demure.
Demure, ooh, yeah.
I like the.
He wants her to look just like that too. No nipples, all weird.
I only like girls with no nipples.
He's not gonna want to come back.
I like the weird, gross talk that they're having. It's like, this guy, he's gonna have some real sex fun with this lady. Holy
He
schmoly!
picked a real winner.
Oh,
What's funny is I think that over time, like when I was younger,
that's a weird.
and
show.
just watched the movie, I feel like I get the movie, but I feel like when I first watched the movie, just from watching it, I understood it better than years later when I tried to like. What the fuck is going on? You know, like this and this and this. I feel like if you just watch the movie, don't really, convolute your brain with too many questions, and you'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, too, like when you're a kid, you're only just seeing things for face value. You're not thinking of themes. You're not thinking of any of that kind of stuff. There's no message in it. It's just, guy is cracking heads. That's the end of it, right?
Fucking right.
So David Cronenberg was originally supposed to direct this, and he ended up leaving this to do The Fly. And Cronenberg did. I guess Cronenberg was supposed to do The Fly, then he turned that down, and then another guy did it, and then he ended up going back to that project. It became a whole thing, and then Total Recall got placed into Turnaround. This is still under the Dino De Laurentiis deal. I guess I
love that sound effect of him like breaking his neck apart.
Yeah, I know.
You can hear his little neck bones breaking.
I know. I love it. I love these, and these people are like right out of RoboCop. These scientists.
Oh, yeah. Are they they're the scientists.
They're not the same people, but they're
essentially
very of type. And what was interesting is I guess they wanted Arnold Schwarzenegger in RoboCop. And he couldn't do it, and he went and saw RoboCop, and he loved it. So he's like, I have to work with Paul Verhoeven. So when he got the production company to buy this movie for him to star in, the first person he wanted to go to was...
Good. So Schwarzenegger made that call.
Yeah, that was Schwarzenegger's call. He wanted to work with him. So this went from a David Cronenberg movie starring Patrick Swayze to a Paul Verhoeven movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I think it went the right way.
I think that both movies could have been really cool, though.
Yes, I agree.
I would
think
love to see
Cronenberg would have been a neat job.
I think that, especially when you saw The Fly,
Yeah.
that's kind of the mind space he was in at this time, right? So
okay, so she's a company woman.
I know.
Don't you fucking badmouth this. The pace of my bills. Put you through college, you little snot.
Yeah.
So he. Well, yeah, no, we can get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Well, I won't say it. We'll get there.
Yeah. What are you gonna basically ask the
pretty
question
much,
of what's real and what's fake?
Yeah.
Well,
I know what it is, though.
I know, but the real thing is, this was designed for you to not know what it is.
Yeah.
Is they want you to question right at the end? Is like, is this real? Is this fake? And
I want everyone in my life to speak to me like Johnny Cab.
I know. So we do talk about we've mentioned this guy before.
This is terrifying.
Both the facial model and the voice is Robert Picardo from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Robert, no. He's from
Deep Space Nine. Thank you. This is what you're here for. I didn't write down his
Deep Space Nine. I was like, wait a minute, he was a hologram. He was on GNG, fucker.
Right. You're right. I'm sorry, but that reminded me because I had brought this up before. I was saying to Todd when I was doing the research for this movie that I started having weird deja vus because I guess there's been crossover with other episodes. So I kept going back to see if we had done this movie before. And I was like, oh, no, I guess we haven't. Okay. And then I'd see something else. I'm like, no, we had to have done it.
No, we've done it.
Before.
Yeah.
So
maybe we're having Total Recall right now.
Ooh. I'm always having partial recall.
Yeah. What are you doing? I feel like they've been filming at this complex. The good buddy with the mustache there is really jostling around with the green jacket. He's on the left now. This guy's in everything.
Oh yeah.
He's a stunt guy he's fucking in everything.
Yeah. He's like the one that James Gandolfini from Get Shorty was based on, it seems like.
Oh, his son is playing him in the new.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the Sopranos
just
prequel.
like him. But wherever they're filming here, this was before.
Yes.
Like when he was going to work, like they're really utilizing this space, and it looks
Of
like
course.
the parking garage from RoboCop.
I was
and the wall just moved when he threw them.
I was literally just gonna say the exact same thing. I was like, I feels like it's the parking garage from RoboCop when
Yeah.
he like rolls underneath.
Yeah, exactly. Like it looks like the same. Well, listen.
These. So those brakes, it's just twisting celery.
Yeah, I
just
think I
takes-
knew that.
Just
Watch the. Oh, blood everywhere.
So this originally got an X rating for its violence and stuff like
Awesome.
that. So they would cut. So to get the R rating, they had to cut a few shots a little early, or they would change a camera angle where like instead of seeing like the guy's like entrails just flying out of his body, you would just see like some blood squirt and stuff like that.
Oh, see that guy did great acting because it looks like that gun dropped right onto his hand.
That was actually, I think, the gayest that Arnold Schwarzenegger has ever looked.
Oh,
He did. He just
he's
like,
like,
"Ah." It was like,
look at that uniform.
but it was like stereotypical, like it was Damon Wayans in Living Color or something like that.
yeah. And swing.
Oh yeah. Is that a man or a woman?
I don't know. She's a
tennis
tennis star, so probably both.
player.
A little bit of both.
There's a spies. Oh no. Let's recall. The key to a mediocre Arnold Schwarzenegger impression is multiple syllables on the last syllable of a word. Hello. I'm on the old. That's how you do it.
Like they form the words later for him. He just goes.
Yeah, you got all the sounds of that. I think they did the same thing with Bobcat Goldthwait in the early bit of his career. I'm a star.
That's pretty good.
I wanted a movie that was just him and Sam Kinison.
Oh my god.
It was just like Sam Kinison's the older brother who's been so verbally abusive of his little brother their whole lives that all you can get out of Bobcat's you're my big brother. I love you. Michael Ironsides makes my brain horny. His role was actually offered to Kurtwood Smith,
Who's that?
who did RoboCop. He was
blood's
the main.
coming
He was
off
the
pretty
main.
good.
He was the bad guy in RoboCop.
Oh, you mean Red?
Yeah. So he basically said the role seemed too similar, so he just flat out turned it down.
It is exactly the same role.
Yeah, pretty much, right? So, and also Robert Davi from Goonies and Die Hard and all that stuff with all the crater face. He also turned down the role.
Oh, that dude.
Yes.
He's been in Star Trek Atlantis.
Oh, was he? Everybody's in a
he's,
Star Trek.
He's a cool guy. I liked him.
Boom. So this
You
fight
killed
scene,
the poor deer when he just did that.
I know. So between this fight scene and then even though there's not much of a fight scene here, and then the fight scene with Rachel Ticotin later on, she was actually named as an honorary member of the Female Stunt Women's Association
Nice.
because she actually did her own fighting through the whole thing.
Sharon Stone.
She learned Taekwondo and did a whole bunch of fitness stuff. She posed nude in Playboy prior to
Oh,
this.
I forgot she was in Play. I think Playboy's gone back to showing boobs again. Because even though it's all female-run magazine, they realized what made the magazine in the beginning.
Yeah,
The hell's going to read
really
a play?
dumb.
Like, I mean, I know that they got articles and stuff, but you need some naked chicks in there for God's sakes.
Yes, it's a gentleman's magazine.
Fuck, what's the point of you? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You need articles there so I can pretend like I'm reading them.
Well, I'm just gonna say too, if like I would rather if you're just gonna look at sexy girls, get me the swimsuit issue or something like that. Get me
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Just
let's
a
say yes
memory.
to that.
I do have a hard time though, like deciding. I change my mind often on whether or not like everything is a memory or everything's real.
Right.
or-
I like to think it's real.
It's,
I don't like it if it's all planned. I don't like that. It's like
Yeah.
the movie never happened and I feel ripped off.
yeah, it was just a dream.
Even though you still saw that stuff, I'm still like, what the fuck?
No, I get it though. I mean, even in what was it, the last Twilight movie? There's that big scene in the end where there's this gigantic fight. The girl comes in and she has the power because for some reason they're all X-Men and they all have their own individual superpowers. And she touches the hand of like the main bad guy, And she's like, it doesn't matter what we say to you, you're still going to fight us. And then they have this gigantic war when basically every main character minus like a few get killed.
Right.
And it's so like crazy. It's actually, for what those movies are, it was a great action scene. And it's like everybody's dying and people are falling into these pits and like people are getting their heads ripped off left and right. You're like, holy crap. And then it just all stops. And she takes her hand off and she's like, so that's what can happen. She was projecting the future into him, going, this is what's going to happen.
Oh, Lord.
And then basically Michael Sheen, who plays like the main bad guy there, he's like, there's no reason to fight. And then they just all leave.
Well, yeah, maybe there is no reason to fight. Oh, clever girl.
Yeah.
She's a raptor.
Oh, my God. Another Sharon Stone catches her from the side.
Oh, you fucking awesome. Turns and looks.
She does. So basically the thing... Oh,
there's been two of us the whole time.
that was like the worst punch ever.
No way. Knocked her over one punch.
That's true. But she's...
No wonder Michael Ironside is so pissed off, because not only is his girlfriend like sex bait for all these dudes that they erase their memories, but now she finally got one where she's like, whoa, this fucking guy.
Yeah.
I think I saw Arnold naked in a Playboy once. It was in the back, you know, when you flip through, because if you're like, oh, I'm done with these couple girls they had there, if you went to the back, you'd have a couple little squares with some girls of like next month or whatever.
Oh, really?
Arnold's picture was in there. I think he had quite the hog on him.
Yeah.
I think
he actually, like, he posed in Playgirl or something like that, and they must have just, like...
Well, my penis is, like, minuscule, so any penis seems...
Yeah.
Like, did you see the dick on that baby? Like, my God.
Such a hot dick. Which, by the way, speaking of, like, underage people and dicks, we'll get into that with our next movie. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. That's my teaser for what the next movie's going to be.
Rushing a porno.
Yeah. So this was
the old Tracy Lords.
This was the second most expensive movie ever made.
Really?
For a time. Rambo 3 was the most expensive movie ever made.
Fuck, you're going to ram a helicopter into a fucking...
Yeah.
Have we done Rambo 1?
We haven't done any of them yet.
Oh, we should do the Rambo trilogy.
Well, we'll get there. We got to get the Rambo trilogy.
No, what's it at now? Now he's a cowboy in Texas.
Yeah, he's like a cow. He's the Marlboro Man.
He's tired of living in Vietnam or wherever he was living. Now he lives in Texas.
Yeah, we got to watch him juice
and
somebody.
He's fighting old age. That guy looked like he could not get down those steps properly.
No. That one guy, the blonde guy again, he looks like a diehard dude. There are
here we go, from the preview.
Yeah, there are very big tropes in 80s movies, and you've always got like the one guy who looks like he's there to hack the computers, even though he's like the thug.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some of your CG.
There's only one way to go, Arnold.
We should just do that one time. I'd just make a new Arnold Schwarzenegger track. By the way, I think we've mentioned this before, but if you ever want to hear Arnold Schwarzenegger do a commentary on one of his movies, this is the one, because he literally is just, it's described video. It's not even a commentary. He's giving you no insight into what was going on or anything like that. He's like, this is the scene where I'm running from Michael Ironside and all his thugs, and they think I'm a spy, but I don't think I'm a spy. I was just on recall, and I don't know what's going on. Oh, now this is the scene where I'm the girl with the head, but you don't know I'm the girl with the head yet. You just think I'm.
So he essentially just describes the scene you're watching.
Yeah, but like,
he doesn't say, "Oh, funny story, what happened on the set."
But like,
I actually killed a guy.
Yeah, like, and nothing like that. It's like,
this poor bastard.
So
going home to his kids.
That was another scene. Like that is a very lengthened scene in the X-rated version, apparently, where you just watch that thing like get.
You know what? Fuck the Snyder cut. Let's see the X-rated cut of Total Recall.
It would probably be, by our standards, fairly tame.
Lord. Paul Verhoeven, there's just chunk blood.
I know, right?
Like just chunks of meat flying out.
Like when Ed 209 lit that guy up at the beginning of RoboCop.
Dear
Can't
God.
get enough. Can't get enough Verhoeven
it's like
violence.
Beats flying out.
This is our third Verhoeven movie.
This is what I miss about just action movies. Like, where's the last rated R fucking action movie we got with all the blood and the guts and the, you know, what was that?
I don't know. I'm
John
trying
Wick
to think.
isn't rated R, is it? It
I
shouldn't
think
be. If it's rated R, it shouldn't be.
I don't think it is, but
John Wick was a good one, though.
John Wick's fantastic.
Very excited for part 3.
Part 3 is going to be really good.
With Mantzoukas.
Mantzoukas is in
He's got
it
his own
playing
poster.
TikTok. I know, that blew my mind.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Well, it's funny because they're always trying to get in on those movies. When you see when you watch or listen to How Did This Get Made, he actually auditioned to be in Fast and Furious 7, I think it was.
Right.
And
as The Rock.
No, as a guy in Abu Dhabi or whatever, right? Because he often plays Middle Eastern guys, even though he's Greek. But it comes up a lot for him. It's just because it's what he looks like, right? But hey, you know what? If it works, it works, because he still gets Greek roles too, right? You know, those coveted Greek roles.
Yeah, those are the hot ones.
Richard, why is it 2 TVs? Like, is it so the passenger also has an unfettered view?
So you can be yelled at by your boss the same as him.
Yeah.
Are you talking to me or him, sir? I'm talking to both of you fucking idiots. 2 monitors in there.
I felt like I was in real trouble there.
He plays a real good cocksucker, that Ronnie Cox.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I just got
His big plasticine arms.
I just got really interesting news on a text from my wife, which is something we often talk about. Disney Plus, the news just came out. Disney Plus launches November 2nd. Will be $7 a month or $70 a year.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Yeah, that's worth the price to at least try it.
I just pay. I don't even watch Netflix. I don't know what I'm doing with my money or my time.
But that's costing me like $16 a month right now because I have like
and they're gonna get rid of all their Marvel. Like, I don't know, man. I think I don't know. Sometimes I think about getting rid of Netflix, man. Fucking, I don't even watch anything on there anymore.
Yeah, I currently have Netflix. I have Crave, which is a Canadian one. It's basically like a whole bunch of things plus like HBO Go.
Where is this?
The Hotel Ritz.
No shit.
It's Mars.
Hey, those are our new Ontario license plates.
Yeah, that's another new thing that just happened is our province just got new license plates that look sort of futuristic. So life's going great. Listen, that is not
going great. I didn't kill myself this morning, even though I wanted to. Life is going great.
I was gonna say this is not a futuristic room. This looks like a Colombian hotel.
It's funny. I remember now. This shot I remember. I don't remember him coming in the room.
Actually, you know what? This scene is very Minority Report, and this is as good a time as any to bring up because obviously, like I said, Philip K. Dick created Minority Report. They were going to make Minority Report the direct sequel to this movie.
Oh, really?
So it was going to be Quaid is back and now working with this group of people on Mars, where the psychics on Mars are the precogs. They're
neato.
They were doing future crime and that sort of thing, and that ended up falling apart. And then it was stuck in limbo for so long that it ended up becoming the Minority Report.
This movie's non-fucking stop, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Once they start, I just realized right now, I was like, the one with I was like, from this movie does not stop.
No, it doesn't.
Look at this. This is good for our times and ages now. Look.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at everything. It's a white man in a turban. See, we can all get along.
I keep thinking that guy should have been somebody.
I know. Like maybe somewhere on Mars, or we'll find, he'll show up in the end and be like, I remember I gave you that suitcase. You'll be like, whoa. Yeah. And then he pulls his face off and it's Tom Cruise.
No, but I mean, like, he should be an actor. That should be Richard Dean Anderson or something like that. Nobody huge.
I feel like I've seen this man in everything, yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's like Michael Landon's stunt double.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this lady. Here's my mom.
I like that too. Let's just have a big fight. Go get your own bag. This is not your bag.
She says, like, this rolled.
Yeah. They like doing that with old people in Verhoeven movies too. Because they did that. Oh no, that wasn't Verhoeven. I was gonna say that was The Running Man. They did that, the old lady too. It was like, I'd like to vote for Ben Richards.
What about that guy there? He kind of looks like him.
What, turban guy?
Oh, yeah, you could have just looked right in there, but he doesn't know what he's doing. He's lost all his. Oh God, here we go.
I had a piece of trivia, but it ended up being proved untrue before I got to say it, because they said that on Earth you only see ads for Pepsi or for Coke, and then on Mars you only see ads for Pepsi. But then they had Pepsi, unless they're just talking specifically about ads. But they had Pepsi in their apartment.
I think Pepsi. I wonder if Arnold back in the day, and we never knew it had a thing with Pepsi because Terminator 2's got Pepsi all over it.
Well, this has Coke all over it too, though.
Oh, it's got Coke and Pepsi.
So because there was an ad for Coke in the background, and they said that all through Earth you only see ads for Coke, and then on Mars you only see ads for Pepsi. But they had Pepsi on. I'm trying to think where that was. That looked kind of like a spot in Vegas, but like before it was like done up.
This is just a right around the back of the place that they were filming at before to be everything else in this fucking movie.
Yeah, probably.
That scene that they just showed. See, do not insult your Johnny cab driver. This is what happens.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that its function?
That's like a real cab driver. Like, wow.
Oh god, that had like a Chucky feel to me.
Yes, it did.
But what was really interesting is, like, why did it have like a joystick for driving when Johnny Cab didn't have hand? Like, it wasn't using the joystick to drive.
I think maybe it's if you're in a jam and it shuts off or
You're
something.
getting chased by Cohagen's
exactly.
men? Okay,
that's exactly what it's for. If you're being chased by Cohagen's men, this looks like the place I've been a lot. This is the kind of this is a sailor place right here. All that kind of the rats. Fucking dirty old rats. That scene they showed back there with him pushing the it's just money. It's just space money.
Goddamn space money.
Chocolate bars. Space bars. That looks just like you, Arnold.
Yeah.
So does that one.
Yeah, I don't think that matters. Nobody looks at the picture anymore, right?
They don't even care.
This is probably the most physically uncomfortable I felt in a movie in so long.
That looks like a small version of what we put the microphones into.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it
probably is.
Fitbit.
Well, it's like, what was it? Like a salt shaker? Was the communicator for Star Trek?
Oh,
something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at that sexy fucker, Arnold.
Oh,
Kiss him.
God.
Fuck him.
It'd be the first thing I did.
Yeah, absolutely.
He misused this thing totally, even when it was to save his own life.
He misuses it?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, it should have been only used for sexual purposes.
Oh, absolutely. Not to save your life or anything.
I want to look at myself thrusting while I'm thrusting so that I can come.
That's the self porn.
Yes. This is
It's called narcissist porn.
Did you ever watch the remake of Total Recall?
Colin Farrell? Yeah, no, it sucked.
I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
It was awful. Absolutely awful.
Do you know what's extra funny about it, though? Is the main thing that caused me to not want to watch it is the fact that the shooting of that movie made it harder for me to get to work for a couple of weeks. Because
it's like a personal thing.
They closed down the portion of the lakeshore that I need to get to work. So I had to like get off like really early and then take like side roads all the way up to get in. And it was infuriating. And then when like I'd hear about this movie, it would just like trigger something in me. And I'm like, fuck these guys. Fuck their movie.
Yeah. Somebody's banging on something there for a second.
That's probably me. You know me. I like to bang. Right?
She bang.
Oh, baby.
Okay, so he put this here for himself in case shit went wrong.
That's the idea, is basically I have to give you the information because you know things that we need, but then we find out later that version of him is manipulating him too.
Right.
Which I like. I really like the mindfuckery in this movie.
Yeah, me too.
It's like there's a lot going on for a Schwarzenegger movie. It's about as cerebral as it gets.
I agree. So he's fucking with. Okay, so essentially what has happened is that he's a bad dude.
Uh-huh.
They have, for some reason or another, wiped his memory and placed him in a family with Sharon Stone.
Yes.
And now he has gone to get an implant into his brain to go on a trip, and they've unlocked the fact that he's previously had his memory wiped.
Yes.
And now he's waking up to the fact that he is a secret agent in some... Look, here we go.
Yeah. And
that is fake.
Yeah, that is fake. Yeah, that's his... Well, of course.
It looks just like him.
Yeah, it is a very good...
Like, look at how good
it is
that
a
looks.
very good puppet, for like all things considered.
That was all things considered. It looked great. It looked just like him.
Yeah.
I pulled something just like that out of my penis the other day.
Oh, I didn't pull it out. I pushed it out.
I pushed it in.
I did that thing, like, you know, when you like get something in a hose and you just kind of like slowly feed it through until you get it at the other end. That's what I did.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how it got in there.
Go to the
heel.
But here's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing. So he is essentially saying that they've fucked you over and they've erased your memory, but now you're remembering.
Yeah.
But in sense, this is actually a backup plan in case he came back and they could bring him in and, you know, try and turn him back. So this is the bad guys have set this up to, so it's like a double whammy. That's on like, Arnold here.
Yeah, they're thinking about a lot.
Yes, they've really, well, because you think too, because like, you know, he might. Yeah. He might run. It's probably happened a ton of times. So they're like, we're going to cover this from all the angles because this guy knows way too much shit.
Yeah, this is, this stuff, this almost makes me feel like this has happened before to him.
I feel like this has happened before to us.
Like they should make a prequel to this movie where all of this stuff happened and they like, man, we really screwed the pooch on this. We got to figure out a better way.
Make sure this never happens again.
Okay.
Again.
Yeah, we need to.
And you're like, what?
It's like, we're going to have to do this again. So we're going to need to put in some like foolproof shit.
This is from the preview.
Yeah. I love the there. Like, what version is he like teleporting from like one side of the room to the other? And then on top of that, how is even the rat doing it? Get your ass to Mars. Get your ass to Mars. That should be my fucking ringtone.
Oh my, poor
That's
rat.
a lot of blood. Like, I don't think a rat has that much blood or strawberry jam in it.
Like, my God.
Yes.
Is he getting his ass to Mars?
Yeah, I think so.
How much do you think a trip to Mars costs? Holy fuck.
It was 18 credits for him to get to that bus station, so I'm thinking probably pretty pricey.
What's a credit? I wonder if you can look that up if one of those nerdos have done it.
Oh,
Which is a credit equal?
Yeah, exactly.
To dollars now in Total Recall.
Yeah.
Did you notice that on Earth, there was little to none, like shots of the outside? It was all like in the mall, in his house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There wasn't any pans of like what the landscape looked like or anything.
Well, it probably makes sense because otherwise it would all be city, and then with city you're just looking at the present.
Well, no, but then they would have to definitely show you. With this one, you can kind of, because they seem to be indoors in caves and wherever, you know, so it kind of like you can make up your own mind as to what it looks like out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we know it's the future. We're seeing some crazy stuff.
Yeah, with what you're looking at inside, you're going to have to extrapolate to figure out what's outside.
2 weeks.
I feel really bad for this woman.
I know.
Because what is it? The same kind of casting that we had to undergo in like Married with Children, where it's like, oh, big fat lady. Blah, blah, blah. Like,
I'm sure that they tell you that like this is, you know, I do wonder what they would have said to the. I'm sure the money would have tried. They knew they were having a great time on the set of Married with Children. So I'm sure once the camera was done rolling, they probably very much reassured them that this is just, you know,
I know,
we're just having a laugh here. We're not like,
I know, it breaks my heart. Like I could not in good conscience be
you're going to be a big lady that Arnold's hiding out inside of.
Oh, we're looking for fat girl. It's like, even when like they were talking about, again, it was Rennie Harlan, I think, who did that, the Covenant movie. You know, the one with like the male witches.
Okay, right.
Okay. And there's like a scene where like there's this girl where they like blow up her skirt and then you can see like her hot ass and stuff like that. And then he talks about having to cast that girl, and it was literally just a bunch of women coming into his room and like bending over in front of him so he could stare at their ass. And he's like, it's very uncomfortable to stare at so many women's asses, but if you don't get that just right, the people will be mad at you. And like, it's just
That's
like,
true.
I like that I just did a high-pitched Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know, pretty much.
That's great.
I like the sound there. It's like weird. It's like echoing off of something. Or
that's one thing. Actually, it's a scene that I saw with what's it called? In the I think it was in the trailer for the remake of this, where you like see essentially this woman go by, but then you find out that that's not, he's like disguised as like some other man, and he's wearing like a he's got like a hologram thing over his head or something like that. But you see that like she's dressed the same and she's a bigger woman and stuff, so you just like, oh, that's her, and then it ends up being like the person behind her. I like that. That's a fun little, because at least that's a nod to this movie, right? I like that
looks bad.
Yeah, but that was green screen stuff instead of like any kind of CG. And green screen was never that great.
Fuck, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Did they ever tell you never to fire around, like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus God.
Yeah, that should be discussed constantly.
He looks good in that dress.
Remember when we used to play this game?
Oh, yeah.
We would hold on to things and go Total Recall and just float our legs up and be like, ah.
I should do that on the boat for people looking out the windows.
That would be amazing.
Like when we have to go up to the front, it's really windy. I'll do like that. Can barely walk, and then like grab onto the railing. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. Nobody cares because they're all like, just get me off this fucking thing.
Yeah. I'm just
got somewhere to go.
Just trying to get to point B, baby.
Yeah.
Man, imagine they made puppets for all of the people who got sucked out.
Oh man, I could go for a Total Recall diorama. Just this scene.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. We can make that. Shoot, it's a good thing they do have these.
It was a good idea.
Yes.
They put him in after the first time that happened.
Again, I want to see the prequel where they also don't have those things. They're like, okay, we need
exactly the first one that happens where everybody gets sucked out.
Yeah.
It takes multiple people walking into the. What's going on in there?
Yeah. Oh, it's all connected.
Is that Kramer?
Yeah, it does look. It looks like a grizzled or like Marine Kramer.
Look at that cool ass.
Man.
In the mountains. Cohagen raised the price of air. That son of a bitch.
That son of a bitch. You saw The Martian, right?
Yes.
I enjoyed that one.
I also enjoyed it. Hey, there's Buddy from Home Improvement.
Yes.
He kind of looks like an old, the kid from Terminator 2.
Really?
It's like he's looking at the future of Eddie Furlong.
It probably is. That probably is what he looks like now.
Oh, my God.
I know he was packing on some pounds last I saw him.
They need a friggin', I know like nobody who would pay to go on a Total Recall ride, but I mean, that would be cool if there was a park with, rides. They had nothing to do with now.
We're now just
If you go into the mines with Total Recall, it could be a movie land.
Yep. Isn't it sad, though, that most of the movies that take place in the distant future are in our current past? They're like in the year 2015.
Yeah.
This is what things are going to be like. And then we're like, yeah, it's 2019.
What were we watching? I think it was Valerian or something. No, that was way in the future. I was trying to think of when it was 2020 and there was supposed to be flying cars. And
I think you were just watching 2020.
Oh, yeah. With what's...
I'm Andy Rooney. Yeah.
Because you have such a great view out your window.
That would be fucking...
I mean, is that it?
That would make me miserable. Imagine just that constant red. I would rather the constant gray of winter.
I don't know. I wonder what the mood is on Mars.
That would throw me off.
What's the mood?
Well, nobody seems
They're probably
that happy.
angry.
You're
it's
either,
red. It's angry.
Yeah, you're either a psychic mutant, a prostitute, or the bad guy. Those are the only groups of
I
people.
think I'd rather be the bad guy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They seem to have it pretty.
No,
all right.
West Venusville looks like a cool place to hang out, man.
Yeah, you get
If you're
vagina
down, if you're
face.
down with anything. Maybe in the prequel there'll be a woman with 2 vaginas.
Yes.
We'll be at the point now where showing full-on vaginas is okay.
I hope
but
so.
not a flaccid penis, only hard.
Yes.
All the rules flip.
Big old, just solid spear dong.
We had a bunch of bald, like power dudes. Eh?
Yeah.
No, they're all got the fade on going.
Mm-hmm. So some interesting people were considered in some part for the role of Quaid. Jeff Bridges, Matthew Broderick, Richard Dreyfuss.
Oh my God.
I know. Mark Harmon and Tom Selleck.
For Arnold's role.
That's for Arnold's role. Christopher Reeve was flat out offered the role and he turned it down.
Really?
Yeah.
But I thought you said that Arnold picked it up. Is this before it went into limbo or whatever?
Again, this was a huge this. They were developing this movie forever.
Right.
It was like once Carolco bought the thing, it was always going to be Arnold. But before that, and when it was Dino De Laurentiis, there were tons of people involved.
I like that guy's name. He seems like he should have been in the movie biz.
Yeah. Oh, his production company. The reason they sold it was his production company went bankrupt.
It's from what?
Dino De Laurentiis' the De Laurentiis company went bankrupt, so they ended up selling off.
Bummer.
Stuff.
Ooh, a nice restaurant.
Nice. This actually reminds me of
I wonder what the food's like on Mars.
Well, that's what really excites me is that Epcot restaurant that's coming, where it's like it's going to be in space. So you go in and then it looks like you're on like a space station and you're looking back down on Earth and stuff like that.
Cool.
And, like ships are going by and
that's fucking awesome.
Only at Disney can I want to go to a place that has no windows when you're in Florida. It's like, let's look at the beautiful Floridian, like.
Oh, you'll be there some other time.
I know.
To go. You'll see the outside of Florida going to the resort.
That's true. That's all you need.
Like, what the hell?
Put your thumb there.
This guy definitely looks like he's like the concierge of some weird.
Yeah.
See, everything's odd looking. Everything's very metally.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of grays.
That's what
with
I think
red.
the future is, man.
It's like,
and I like
steel and rock.
But I like that they're still using DOS. It seems like, look at their computer. It's just like one big green square.
Yeah. It's using his mind.
Ooh,
Whoa.
This reminds me a lot about Vegas, except they were just those little cards.
Here's the thing, too. Not one girl there looks like that. What a lie.
I know, eh? They should have had like her face folded over or something like that. That would have been funny, even if just like it was that picture. Interesting. This is my handwriting.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah. That would be very weird for that concierge to be seeing, though.
He's like, what?
He's like, why are you doing that exactly? What's going on?
And then you're fucking... I'm sure he's seen way weirder than that.
This is a guy... I went through his...
This fucking guy.
Yeah. I went through his IMDb, but it was so scattered with like a roll here, a roll there.
Right.
And stuff like that I just had... Like, I could...
went with that guy, Arnold.
He did a few episodes of different Star Treks. He did... he's just kind of all over the place. The last thing he was in an episode of Jessica Jones.
Oh, I didn't even notice him.
Yeah.
Does season 3 come out yet?
No.
No.
An accident? No. I'm starting to fade, I think, because
I'll pick it up for you.
Thank you. There we go.
Rebels. Some kind of alliance. Underground, the tunnels. Are these sets?
Oh, absolutely.
Is this... They're nice. They're cool.
See, the thing about like cave sets and stuff like that too is it's really easy because they're in big chunks. So all you have to do is put them in a different order somewhere else, and it looks
somewhere else.
Like even though you could probably put them in the same order and most people wouldn't know the difference, but it's like psychologically it throws you off enough that like there's no way that it could be the same place.
I just watched him drive. How could it be?
Exactly, right?
Sleaze bar.
I never noticed that before.
Yeah, buddy, don't even shouldn't even be allowed to drive a cab in there. Like, fuck's sakes, man.
This is like when there's a soccer game in Toronto. That's what the pedestrians are like. I used to work right next. Oh my God, so sexy.
But, sorry, that's down the street.
Yeah.
Pepsi.
See? So now the Pepsi ads come in.
So the Pepsi truck reaches all the way there. I wonder if it's like space, so they just dump it in space, or whether they come and get the empties.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah.
It's the Hound from Game of
Actually,
Thrones.
she's a good lady.
Oh, she is so sweet. How did you guess?
Look at my face. I'm a freak.
Oh, you know what would be the absolute best? She goes, "You're Taurus, right? How'd you guess?" He turns around. He's like, "I'm a Sagittarius." Or even better,
stupid bitch.
Or even better, he just punches in the face. "I'm a Cancer. You don't know anything."
Let me match the other half with that half. Which half? Then he punches her square in the middle of the face.
Ooh, I wonder if that's a real play on words. Jack in the Box. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Jack in the Box. Wait,
it.
isn't there an actual? Maybe there is a restaurant Jack in the Box.
Yeah, maybe that's just
maybe
part
that's
of
the only one that made it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Taco Bell and in the Demolition Man future.
This kind of reminds me of the Max from Saved by the Bell.
It's only with less nudity.
Yeah, I was gonna say a few more hookers, but
Buddy's looking at him going through the window there.
Yeah. Actually, there's a couple of interesting things in here. One of the guys is somebody I didn't know who it was. Looking for Melina. This is a really.
I think this wrestling poster in the background. If there's a real wrestler, here we fucking go, everybody.
So
here we go. Greatest scene in movie history.
So this woman who is actually showing none of her actual breasts.
Yeah, you can tell when you look at her they're not.
No, but she felt absolutely humiliated doing this. I need to read the actual thing because it's actually like it was kind of a mind fuck for her. Her name is Lycia Naff. She said she found the whole experience like really humiliating. She's like she might as well have been showing her real breasts. She said like even like her smile and stuff like that. She was just like fake smiling because she like found no joy in what she was doing. And then, but like the character was so popular. Oh, another way you can tell it's a Verhoeven.
Yeah.
That guy's in it. So you know who that is? Vagina face there?
It's intestine face.
No, it's vagina face. Well, it's like ugly vagina
Vaginal intestine. I'll split you the difference.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's
intestivag.
Prolapsed intestine coming out the vagina.
Well, if you want to get technical.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So that's Dean Norris from Breaking Bad. He was the cop. He's also in Starship Troopers.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he was in. I know. Yes, I know.
Yeah,
he's
but
awesome.
I did not know that was him.
He
until
definitely
I did the
walks
stuff
with
today.
his chest in this movie.
He is very. Yeah, and now that I hear him, it's 100% him. And it's so crazy. I never knew it was him. But there's two guys from Starship Troopers in this shot.
So they're mad. Yeah, they're mad that. Oh, look at that. Cute.
Oh. He had lady in the back of the head.
There she is. Remember we were talking about there's Silver Surfer down at the end of the bar.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer's girlfriend works
So
there.
I wanted to bring her up very specifically because she was one of the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi.
We mentioned her,
Yeah.
I think, during that episode.
We teased.
Yeah.
It's Debbie Lee Carrington, who passed away recently, actually.
Oh.
I know.
So this. Oh, whew. That looked like a good slap.
Yeah, it was great.
Nope. He mind fucked him and sent him to Earth.
Yeah. He fucked my brain. You're a hooker. Why would I care?
So he fucked them. Well, no, she just said she thought he was dead, so he didn't fuck them over.
No. Well, everybody is weird.
Oh,
Because
you
he's
know
like
what?
he's double Asian-y and nobody knows what's going on.
Okay, now I got it. The whole thing is a ruse to get to Quado.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, they do reveal all
That's
that,
right.
but then it becomes the whole what's real, what's not
Yeah.
real anyways.
Yeah.
So none of it matters.
That's pretty smart in their part, though.
Yeah. So like I mentioned to you,
That's just good planning.
Yeah, I
My
know.
God.
it is. Well, 'cause that's how you know that a real writer got involved
Wow.
in this. Like it's not a.
'Cause then they're like, we know he'll break out of the thing.
Yeah.
They probably put a timer release in there, but he
Yeah.
just triggered it earlier because he went to recall.
Yeah.
And they tried to erase over another big eraser spot. You know,
Yeah.
like when you're in a test and it's paper and pencil and eraser.
Yes.
And you have one of those really shitty erasers. It's like that.
Oh, it just like spreads the
Yeah,
gray
it's just like,
around.
the fuck is this? That's essentially what happened with Arnold's brain.
Oh. This is when I think this is when I started to realize what a type he has in his movies.
I literally was just thinking the same fucking thing because I was thinking the girl from Commando.
Yeah. It's Ray Don Chong.
Yeah.
In Commando, Marita Conchita Alonso.
Predator.
Well, no, that wasn't Marita Conchita Alonso was Running Man.
Oh, Running Man.
And
fuck.
then the girl from Predator and stuff. But they're all
He definitely likes Latina, fiery Latina chicks.
Well, Ray Don Chong is half black, half Tommy Chong, but
Right. Half Tommy Chong.
all his Tommy Chong's daughter.
Yeah, true. She's
But-
hot. I've been thinking about her lately for some
Yeah?
reason.
She was hot then. I've seen her older, and she's not.
I'd give her.
Yeah, I guess. Who?
You guess.
I guess. Well, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna be
The
picky.
guns are neat in this movie. I like them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can see you doing your business through that wall there, honey.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of slats for watching a lady pee. Hi. You looking for the dog, sweetie? No. Oh.
She would be doing better if you had 3.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
That's what my first girlfriend said to me.
Yeah.
She was talking about me. Oh, now they're partying. It's just some generic tune.
Yeah, exactly. I love a good generic tune. Rocking all night and all day and all party all long.
Well, he's got a nice room.
That is a very.
The TV's not nearly as big enough as it should be for the future. Although
Again,
he is on Mars.
I keep mentioning Saved by the Bell that this looks like it'd be Zach Morris's bedroom in the future.
Yes, it would.
Time out. Slater's at it again.
Have they
folks.
done? Did they show his? Didn't they come back with a Saved by the Bell reunion show or something? Kind of like,
Not really.
kind of like the.
They did the college years thing, and then they did like a special during.
Oh, this
like,
fucking
after
guy.
That. Yeah,
He was in Arachnophobia. Spider comes right out of his nose.
yeah, he's good. I like him as a character guy. He wasn't in enough at the time. I don't think.
I think he's in way more than you'll ever know. Oh yeah, this guy tries to really do him over.
Yeah, he's everybody in Spider-Man.
How old's Arnold here? You think
Oh, he's gotta be. I don't know.
mid-40s or something?
No, I wouldn't even say that, to be honest. Well, he's what, 60?
Something, 60 something.
So, and this is like a 30-year-old movie. So he's in his late 30s.
Ah. I like the music of this movie. Jerry Goldsmith or whatever did a great job.
He did. He's actually
All the weird.
Yeah, he was most proud of this He says this is one of the best scores he's ever
done. I think it is too.
And I guess at the time, people had a lot to say about it. It was like, oh, it doesn't really have any themes or anything like that. He's like, I totally disagree. And
I agree with him. I agree with the disagree.
Yeah.
Da, 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 no. There's totally fuck man.
Yeah, there's stuff in there. There's definitely a Mars theme. It's all in there.
Does it need to have a theme?
I think it does. I think that, again, it's all psychological. I don't think you really notice outwardly unless you're really looking for it. Right. But I think that you would see if like you just had something that was really randomly scored all the way through and stuff like that. Like it's like good, well, competently written music, but not joined together.
Like it doesn't connect. It doesn't have a theme. There isn't like a...
You would probably be like even those little themes, like like when Luke comes on screen, you get the.
That's what I was thinking too. Was that kind of theme? There's little notes that come out. There's little,
and it helps you. It helps your brain connect the movie.
It's weird how music does that, eh?
Yeah,
it helps because I remember this thing they did where they showed. Oh, look, they got all dolled up.
Oh, I don't like the face she's making there.
I love it. It's one of those like, please. She's trying. It's like, you're not right, honey. You got to come home.
Yeah. I like too because it's like not working. And like, again, this is like their other side of the plan. They're like, I guess we'll
send her in. This is going AWOL. Yeah. Send her in.
Yeah. It's like this is a pretty big Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Of we're gonna just gaslight you and tell you that you've been crazy the whole time and everything's fine.
Yeah, that's a tough sell. Yeah. This guy does pretty good, though. I think he almost has him.
He does all right.
It's this guy right here.
Well, not to bring it up again, but an episode of Community does this exact same thing.
No.
It's John Hodgman plays a psychologist.
Is it a spoof of this scene?
No, not really. But he's basically, they're sitting there and they were all kicked out of Greendale. And the one guy has to go see a psychologist, and they're all there for some reason. And they're like, we all got to get back to Greendale. This is ridiculous. He's like, you can't go back to Greendale. And he's like, why? Because Greendale doesn't exist. And he basically tells them all that Greendale is a mental institution that they were all just recently released from.
Right.
And like it goes, and like he's like playing out these scenarios of how they were all like, it's like the same things that happen through the show, like a clip show, but only they're in a mental institution dealing with the things and stuff like that. And then they all leave and they're like, I can't believe this. And they're like, wait a minute. And then he butts through the door. He's like, I'm wearing a Greendale shirt. And the other person is like, here's pictures of my kids. I see them every day. Like, what are you talking about?
Is that he tried to give him the red pill?
Yes.
Nobody takes the red pill ever. Didn't Neo take the blue?
He did take the blue.
Yeah.
Pill. I think. Yeah.
I think he did take the blue one as well.
What's funny is everything that he literally just says, all this up to the lobotomized part, is exactly what happens.
Yep.
So, and again, that's a little throw-off thing. He's like, basically, if you do this right now, this is what's going to happen. And that is exactly what happens. So it's kind
of like how he thinks that this beat of... Don't you think if some dude had a gun to your head, you'd probably get a sweaty brow? Like...
Yeah.
Like, he's like, the only reason you're sweating is because you're lying. That's the only reason people sweat, because I don't sweat. Look at me working out all day. I don't sweat.
No, but the throw-off is because he's not there. He's saying he's in his brain. So he's like, so if I pull the trigger, it doesn't matter. They won't matter, right? I can't kill you. And he's like, that's right. So if he's actually sweating, that means that he can be shot.
Right. Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah, that was good. I want to see the device that's on the other side of his head.
You could see something.
Yeah, well, it's like a squib underneath makeup, right?
That'd probably give a headache. Look at the whole cardboard door went out there on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
It's a space-aged particle board.
There's nothing worse than when
you see... It's twice the strength of regular particle board.
I know.
Which still makes it pretty much the most brittle substance ever.
I know.
Nice power suit. Boom!
Sick kick. Nobody likes Mars. Oh. See, he still looks like a puppet, exactly like you said.
I know, he is. Him and Dick Clark came from the same robot factory. Like, holy fuck. She knocked his ass right out.
Hell yeah.
These men drinking pink things.
Ooh, light
next
beer.
Next to a light beer sign.
Look at the size of those phones.
I could not be with this woman.
It was weird because he like did a
couldn't.
swipe on the screen. Like that was what turned it off, but then he picked up and hung up the phone.
No, he was doing. That was one of those. What movie? Face Off. Doom, doom, doom.
Oh,
doom.
he was giving
He's like,
face
"Yeah,
waterfalls."
right there, yeah. No, that is what he was doing. He was doing like, "Oh, that's my love," and then he hangs the phone up.
Oh, okay. All right.
My love, who bangs all these other dudes for her job.
Yeah.
It's just a job, baby. I couldn't go over there. I couldn't handle that kind of thing.
Damaged goods.
I don't know. No, I just couldn't handle it. I want to be the only one. I don't care if it's your job. Oh, fuck yeah. Here she is.
I want to be one of 30 and definitely be in the bottom 5.
Then there's really no, expectations of you.
Yeah.
Every now and then, maybe you have to go to a dinner.
Yeah. Because then that's how you know that they really like you as a person. Yeah, I was like, if I'm that low on the list sexually,
they
then
must
everything
really
else must be
like
great.
me. My personality must be great. Mom was right. She always is. I think there's a row of Pepsis in the background there. Watch
they
over
were.
Ticketon's
They
shoulder
were-
there.
Yeah, they were.
It's like Pepsi wallpaper, which I'm sure you probably got a roll of it. Oh my God, look at those old
Those are
Barks.
Barks. I don't think was Barks even a thing back then.
I don't
or
know,
did-
but it is on Mars. That's
well-
where it came from.
Well, it almost makes me wonder if that's like a new version of the thing came out and they replaced some Pepsi. Like that was like Crystal Pepsi or something.
It's Crystal Pepsi's back.
I saw
I saw it at the store.
I drank one. It's gross.
Ew, you went for it. I remembered what happened for her.
Yeah.
Look at her eyes, eh?
Yeah, oh, she's got the most beautiful eyes.
They're all multicolored.
Oh, another great Arnoldism right here.
Oh yeah.
We're married.
We didn't have a lot of these in this one. Commando's got them all.
I guess they changed it up because in the script he says consider this a divorce, then kills her, and he's like that seems a little too murdery,
Right.
as opposed to he defended himself and
Too
then just said
murdery.
Well, it's like one version is I'm intending to murder you, whereas the other one is I'm defending myself, and then I came up with a badass line.
I think we have done this before.
No, I definitely went through the list.
Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. This is like when the tornado hit the theater while people were watching Twister. This is like we're having it right now, man.
I know.
I can't wait for the new Arnold, for the new Terminator 12. It's got Linda Hamilton.
Yeah. She looks old. This Terminator has a beard. It's all
Yeah,
great.
he's aging all right because he's living skin over a metal exo. Oh, your old lady's done.
A middle endoskeleton with
Look. Perfectly sized hole right there, bro. Oh, yeah.
For you, maybe.
Call that a brain fuck. Look at him. He's all
I'd have to
mad.
shoot her in the head 30 more times to fit me in. And in weird, awkward
30
positions.
more times. So her face is just mush.
Yes.
And you just drop the hammer on all the sludge.
Well, it's the only way I can come is by making love to a pile of jelly.
Nice.
Strawberry jelly.
Not the lime.
Not the jam because I don't want the seeds.
Oh, we got some green.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm not going to be stupid like my boss and shoot at you right now.
Yeah.
Throw
like-
a gun. Just throw it at me.
Oh, what was Broken Arrow? Trying to do not shoot at the thermonuclear weapons.
It's funny you say it because I saw that the other day on TV as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Classic woo. See,
I
again,
made the person stop.
once
Like
again,
they were flicking. I was like, stop. You'll crack the doom.
I like that just he's on instinct. He's just like, I will kill all of us because you had sex with and then killed my wife.
Talking down to this guy all day. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm tired of talking this guy down for doing something fucked.
That's like the real life version of when like you know when you like everybody complains about how they know more than their boss does.
Right.
And that sort of thing. Like that's the same deal. Those teeth, man.
Nobody.
I was like, I keep looking at his grill and I'm just like, oh God.
Maybe you want to pull some of those teeth out and sell them for your 5 kids or brah.
I feel like he should have been in Oz. He would have been like one of those like
Ooh.
old OG boys.
Look like you hit the damn. That seems look good. Look at real glass.
Yeah. Schwarzenegger apparently like hurt his hand a bunch of times during this. Like when he smashes through a train window, like there was they had explosives in the glass, so it would like explode when he hit it, and it was like shattered. It was supposed to shatter it like right before he punched it, but it didn't, and then like so it cut up his hand like crazy. He broke his finger at one point. And so he had to have like a cast fitted so it would look like he's still wearing it, like so his hand was still normal.
Really? I did not know that he
yeah.
broke his hand 50 times on the set here. He's like Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Only his was like waving. Bird hits him in the hand, breaks it. Like
you know how it is. Yeah,
he never had brakes. He's just telling him now.
Yeah, exactly. Cabs are tough to keep maintained on Mars. Limited.
You got
supply.
the budget on this one?
I do actually. I wanted you to guess because knowing that this is the second most expensive movie ever made at this point, 1988, they made the movie. I think
This?
that's when they were. Yeah,
This movie was no 80s. This movie was like 90 something.
no, this is when they made it, not when it came out.
Oh,
So remember, they produced the movie before it came out.
yeah, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah. Well, no, this is a
You're into
sci-fi
things
movie.
that make sense and all that shit.
This is a sci-fi movie.
I
Time
like
is
this.
not
This is
linear.
neat. This is neat. I
Yeah.
like this watch. They're
Okay.
so slick. They've done this before, right?
I know they got a system.
Watch this. They're like, boom, boom, boom. Get in there. Move table, move table. Woo!
Yeah, no, but no. So knowing this is the second most expensive movie at the time, what do you think that it cost to make?
Second most, 100 million.
100 million. Okay, it was 65 million.
Ah.
It made 119.4 million.
Oh, here she is. This is her.
Yeah, right here, all three of them. Like,
Should
have been
Oh.
oh, the only thing that would have been better is if she turned around and she had three butts too. That would have. Oh, don't murder the little one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Yeah, now there's just
Kill
open
them
rebellion.
all.
The great hooker purge of 89.
Well, then you got a new batch coming in.
Yeah,
I just don't like to tell. Oh, there you go, bud. There you go.
that looked like Steve Zahn for a minute there.
He does look like Steve Zahn.
That's crazy.
Look at her kicking ass.
I know. That's so great.
I hope she played my Ewok.
Yeah. No, I don't know which one she was specifically.
Oh, like a brutal hit.
So this movie opened number one ahead of Back to the Future 3, Bird on a Wire, Pretty Woman, and no, Pretty Woman was out for like 13 weeks at this point, and Cadillac Man. It went down to number 2 in week 2 when Dick Tracy came out, and then it went when Another 48 Hours came out. Sorry, then it went down to 3 in week 3 when Dick Tracy came out, but Gremlins 2 came out the same week and it finished ahead of that.
Sounds like a pretty good stretch of. Man, they need to see if we have our own movie themed thing. You can walk through the catacombs and then go to Venusville.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be something you'd have to do in Vegas.
It's like movies. What other movies could we put into our movie theme park that don't already have? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of this old
You can
stuff.
pick anything.
RoboCop's Detroit.
Yeah. Could be like Action Land.
Yeah.
You could have all the old cowboys. You could have like the Western section of it with all the old cowboys and
Yeah.
Clint and man.
I don't know. You'd have to go from
right
like
because if we had our own action movie land, you could have sci-fi section, Western,
dystopia,
yeah, like I think that would fly, man.
horror.
Yeah, the horror section, yeah.
Imagine having like
and it's always creepy in that section, so it's like all year round Halloween horror nights.
imagine having like a haunted house where you go through and it's like the boiler room and stuff like that. But then
Freddy.
you go through.
Freddy.
But then like at the end of it, you go out and you're on a street, and then you realize you're in like Haddonfield and you're on the street. Like,
That could be, you know what? That could be a good way of. You had way more room there, but you didn't have to crouch in like that.
I know.
See that skeleton?
Yeah.
Jeez, bud. He's feeling lonely. He had to, that guy's stretched out. Nice bunk beds. That's nature's bunk bed.
Getting a lot of information from all these
That
skeletons.
guy's leg like never dropped. Like he had his leg up all pimping, and it's still. Anyway, so Freddy could be in our horror movie. Freddy could connect everything.
Yeah.
You could have Freddy, a dreamer connecting you to all the other horror movies or whatever.
Yeah, that would
Just
be
an
interesting.
idea. Freddy's though too, you could have a whole bunch of rooms,
Imagine
and you
if-
lie in a bed, and Freddy
Yeah.
haunts you. Right, the whole room and ceiling could be a screen, and it just gets nuts in there.
Could you imagine a Nightmare on Elm Street themed? Look at that guy. No, but could you imagine a Nightmare on Elm Street themed like hotel?
Yep.
where it's like all the different nightmares and stuff.
I always thought, we
Waterbed.
killer. Once I saw that restaurant, it was like it has like a secret, like to find the bathroom, you have to go over to a book on the bookshelf and pull it, and then it opens like a secret door, and it's like a creepy creep house, but it's like a restaurant. Oh my god, look at that guy. That's for fingering that chick with 3 tits.
Yeah, that's God. That she has so many butts.
That's right.
Get it wide. But well, it made me wonder because I was like, is he supposed to be a mutant or is he an alien or what the hell is he? But I guess he has to be a mutant.
He's a mutie.
Yeah. Well, because they like show you like scary aliens in like the Vision thing, right? So I'm like, oh, maybe he's like he's not a mutant. He's just a monster.
The aliens have left.
Look at him. We're running out of air.
He'd be cool to go to Comic-Con if we could pull somebody get pull that off.
You just have to find somebody who's like trimming down their labia and just slap it on there. I don't know. You'd be able to do that. That wouldn't be a super hard one.
Yes, it would. It wouldn't be hard. It would look like shit.
Yeah. Well, you need somebody who can do like good blending makeup because you can get like the silicone piece to just go over your face. Then you just have to put something in the middle and then just have somebody who can blend it all together. And that's not something I can do.
Fuck yeah.
I used to, like, when we did theater together, I used to, like, have to get some other girl to do my makeup all the time because I was like, I can't do the simplest makeup shit, like, for, like, stage.
I would get people to do it, too, because I'm under the impression I shouldn't be doing my own makeup.
Oh, I was just, like...
Plus, I never like doing I couldn't get their colors right.
Yeah, I would watch somebody
Some of the girls or whatever were really
good.
good at it, so I was like, if you want to do it, you go right ahead.
I just liked when ladies touched
Well, exactly.
me. So
Sometimes they'd sit in your lap, too, and, like, do
Yeah.
it like that. Or they'd lean too close and their boob would touch your shoulder or something. You'd be like, oh, fuck, this is why I'm into the biz, baby, the ladies.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why anybody gets into acting.
This is the nerve. Yeah. It was like my nerves weren't tough enough. I'm gonna have to just like up the ante a little bit.
No, that was great too because just before we were going to go on a stage, I'd be like, I am going to shit my pants.
Yeah.
I was so nervous, and then to have a girl there too was like double whammy. Going to shit myself. Exactly. I'm going to take a shit, and then that shit's going to shit.
Oh, you're going to be watching me? Yeah. I love this Quado bit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So it took like 5 people to perform Quado. Like, obviously, he's very puppet. Oh. I love this dude as an actor.
This is what I do every time I'm at a urinal in a men's bathroom that's filled with people, and a little baby arm comes out.
It'd be so good because he could reach down and grab your dick for you.
Oh, yeah. That looks good, too, man. Verhoeven's got good...
He looks
special effects and everything.
He looks like old Chucky.
He does, actually. I still remember that fucking South Park episode, and it just ends right when the credits come up. He comes up and goes, "Open your mind."
Yeah.
And it's Quato, and man, I laughed so hard that like I thought my uncle was gonna kill me.
Oh, really?
It was like really late, and he came flying down the stairs. And he was like, "Shut!" I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like.
Oh man!
Look at those cutie little hands.
Do not touch. That's so gross.
Looks like Buddy's hands, Chris Elliott's hands from Watch My Bum, Watch My Bum, Scary Movie 2 or whatever. And he's like, my hand.
And he like be like touching his food and stuff like that. God, Chris Elliott was the man.
This Quado looks like he needs some eye drops or something because I don't know, like he looks like he's got bad eyes. Like when you see a dog that's gone blind.
I was gonna say he had cataracts in one eye and pink eye in the other.
Yeah, like woo. It's got the goop eye.
Open your mind. I'm a Cabbage Patch doll that melted in the microwave.
Quado would be cool too, man. Imagine you walking around Comic-Con all weird and sweaty, and then you open up and Quado's in there. And it's your son duct taped to your chest.
We talked about
that would be awesome.
We talked about if there would be any possibility of doing that. Like for a Comic-Con and stuff like that. It's like he'd have to sit so low on me it would hurt to have
your lower back. Oh, you actually have this discussion?
I was just talking logistics with people. I'm like, what would it actually physically take?
You'd have to put him in his baby harness.
Yeah.
And then cover him all up.
But you'd have to put him down so
it would never work. He would never be able to stay still long enough. It would be fucking ruined.
Like to have him just on you too long would hurt. So
you don't think having Quado on this guy hurts? It's called a commitment.
That's true.
Okay?
Yeah, but he gets to sit down between takes.
Oh, shit. I totally forgot.
Oh, man. It's an
See,
interesting.
this right here. This reminds me of Alien Covenant.
Yeah.
This old technology that's been sitting there forever.
Yeah.
It also reminds me of Atlantis, actually.
Yeah.
I've been watching. Looks like one of the Stargates.
Oh yeah.
Looks like a fucking some kind of crazy.
Oh, it's one of the Simpsons.
There's the Shock, the Spock, and then
Yeah.
the Total fucking Rock. Total fucking Recall.
Nice. Oh, there's heavy rumbling. So Cuato actually comes from the Spanish word, I think it's like coate or something like that, which just means twin. So he's like the conjoined twin.
Yo, wait a second. Okay, we got to remember that hand move. That hand.
Yeah.
That move is called the Total Recall.
Yeah.
Because if you remembered when you get fingered by that hand, you'll be, that's the end. You'll be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely have to have an open mind to accept that.
I knew we could go somewhere with that.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I can remember that. Was it like that? Is that it?
It was, yeah. Index finger and middle finger together, everything else
Like
separate.
that. Oh, no, like that.
So it's like
Yeah.
a live long and prosper for somebody with a broken pinky finger.
Yeah, I like it.
That's the way I put it. Lots of machine gun fights.
Benny, I can't drive this thing, even though I did before when Johnny Campbell crazy. He won't leave me. He's a good guy. He's not going to leave him behind.
He might leave him behind.
I got a beret on.
He had a beret.
This
so it's
reminds me of
fine.
the scene of when they break into the place and they live. The cops.
The cops. The cop house.
And then they run off and they find that weird white kid sitting in the corner of that place being a dork.
Get these spacers on quickly. Wait, uh-oh.
Whoa!
Like me a good twist.
Could have fucking killed everybody. You got him.
Nice. Oh, he was all character. Uh-oh. What happened in number 5? This is almost racist. So he's like, you had 4 kids, so I ain't even married. I was like, and
How
then
is
it
that
like
racist?
I don't know. It just like
I don't know. He's spoken like a true
yeah.
liberal in the now.
No, I was just thinking of like I was just thinking of the thing where he's got like all these kids, but then he's like, I'm not even married. Like, you have to be married to have kids. But then at the same time, then it's like the stereotype of like black guys having a lot of kids.
Oh,
like,
right.
It's just kind of all. Now, does Quado have a brain there, or is he not utilizing the brain?
I think
of
that
the
this
main guy.
maybe say what?
I was like, does Quado in his own head have a brain,
Yes.
or is he taking all the brain power?
Well, that's
from
why they
upstairs?
just shot him in his own little head.
Yeah, but they don't really know, right?
Yeah, they could just be going with it. He's probably still alive.
Oh,
That does
would have been
look
cute if you
pretty
went like, could
gross.
you? Let's fuck his mouth.
The first thing he says, oh yeah, here we go.
So now
See,
we're gonna
what
get
a
lots of twists.
plan. So the actual plan
Yes.
was they want to find Quado,
Yes.
so they erase his memory, sending him to another place so that he would wake up and then lead them to Quado.
Yeah.
Like, my God.
Elaborate.
How'd they know he was? How'd they know that the thing? Like I said, there was probably a timer in there.
Yeah. Well, and the worst thing is they had to basically like almost inception it and do it in layers.
Right, pretty much.
Because they had to have him be like a double agent to be like to get in with all these people, but then erase him again and then go back another.
Yeah.
Like, needed a kick.
He's Hauser. No, he's Quaid.
He's
Hauser Quaid.
Doogie Howser.
Doogie Quaid.
Dennis Quaid.
Ooh.
Actually, he feels like more like Randy Quaid in this scenario.
He does look like he could have been in Oz. With those like kind of Jerry curls.
Yeah. I don't know. He just reminds me of like somebody who would have been like one of the guys who'd been there for a really long time. He's like, you don't understand how things work around here. Like,
The whole fucking, even the old lady that told you to go fuck yourself.
yeah, he's the one who's constantly telling like the Muslims to fuck off so he can sell.
I agree, Arnold. It's too perfect. Your ass, yeah, well, his ass is pretty nice.
Yeah. Richter goes hog wild. I like that they're mad at him. He's like, he's fucked it all up. He's like, I'm really sorry. I tried
Him.
my best. Yeah. It's a great name, Richter.
They didn't tell him.
Oh, so many mindfucks. Look at the hair in this movie, man. Like, look at that. Like, Ronnie Cox's haircut basically tells the entire story for you.
It screams corporate evil.
Yeah.
Greed. He's so greedy he won't even pay for a rug.
Yeah. It's like the
I think that this is the most handsome that Arnold's been in his films.
That's an interesting.
I know he looks cool like in a lot of the when he's wet in Predator, and he's got when he's kind of. But I think he just like something about him here, his haircut and all that. I think he looks good. It's that Arnold right there.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you his. Cause
what do you think of their miscast commentary universe?
Yeah. What's your hottest Arnold?
Yeah. What's the hottest one, baby? Don't say Erasure. We won't even play it. Whatever.
That one where his daughter's a zombie.
That's what I was
He's
thinking.
like 90.
What was it called?
I can't remember.
You can pick that one. Just don't say Eraser.
Definitely don't say Eraser. Just being outshone by Vanessa Williams in that one. And
here we go.
And Robert Pastorelli.
This is some good gore in this one here.
Oh, all the yellow shirts.
Set up for you there, big guy. Boop, boop.
Oh, he gets extra violent in this version.
Yeah. Oh, the new one was like, if you can't make a movie... See, the thing I didn't get about both Paul Verhoeven movie remakes is both movies are hard R.
Yeah.
Blood, like lots of violence and tits and swearing. Yeah. And then you're going to take that movie and make it PG, and who are you making this movie for?
Yeah.
Like, who exactly... Okay, because, like, everybody's already seen the rated R version, and now you're like, I want it for a new group of people?
Yeah.
Like, when we were kids, we watched the rated R one.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see some fucking watered down, like...
That's exactly the problem. It isn't that you even have to have the swearing and all that stuff, but we've already seen the most extreme version of it. So anything else is just going to be like a tempered down version of something that was already awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, the movie was just garbage.
Mm-hmm. That would be like if the Hunger Games came out and it was the way it was written, where like it's so much more violent,
right,
and so much more like they're like sending out like kids naked and stuff like that. Like it's just like it gets pretty graphic. And if they made that movie and then put out the version that actually came out, like that was just like, you know, everything, all that stuff was kind of removed. You still have the violence, but it's not as violent,
right,
because it's still like a PG movie or whatever the hell it was. Apparently, originally they were, when everybody's gasping for air in those scenes and stuff, they were all like standing up and walking around and stuff, and I guess it came off as too funny,
right? So
they were like the cinematographer for this, I think it was, shot Das Boot, and he's like, there is a scene where they're running out of oxygen, and he's like, lay them down. He's like, they don't have the energy to stand up. And then he was like, oh, good idea. And then it became more serious,
right?
Because it's like, oh yeah, like everybody is literally conserving every little bit of everything,
right? Because there's no fucking air.
Mm-hmm. Instead of walking around like they're looking for a pocket of air that's like, where there's some air,
like they can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's air over there.
Well, I think when there's no air anywhere, you could probably see a spot that there is air.
Look at those choppers.
You would think because this is a commercial piece of technology that it wouldn't be like crazy, like painful. You would think it would just be like a put you to sleep.
Yeah, because it's like, well, no, they got this thing on fucking flambe. Yeah. They get this on like pulverized.
Oh, in fairness, they did sedate him the first time. So like when he was going, so this probably would have felt like this.
This guy does not deserve this, Arnold.
Yeah, I know.
Really.
He just works
his job.
That is like, it's also a pretty big flaw in the design.
Oh.
Like,
the scene is so wicked.
Mm-hmm. Melina.
It's too late. I've become your love slave. I'll just wait 5 more then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have just let myself do it. Because she's not getting out of it. You could be the winner. Like people aren't willing enough to sell out in these movies. I think that's the real problem. See, that's one of those shots.
No reason.
And that's one of those shots that probably they cut down crazy. Like it's probably crazy elaborate.
I gotta see the X-rated. Come on, internet. Let's get on this.
Yeah.
This Verhoeven. Let's get the Snyder cut of Total Recall.
Snyder made his own version. It's really gloomy.
And for his version of Total, there's way too much flash in it.
Yeah.
Like, my God.
She hit him in the stomach with an axe, and there was no blood.
It didn't come out yet.
Oh, I was gonna say she must be really weak.
Oh, they have a shitty axe.
Yeah. Just relax.
They paid too much for the craft services table. The safety there is very bad.
Hope nothing's on fire because this axe ain't gonna do shit.
You pump like the fire extinguisher and macaroni and cheese comes flying out. You're like, man, that was probably more expensive than actually putting the air that would put the fire out.
Yeah. I remember being really thrown off because just not understanding the point of it and stuff. You would see like a fire hose and an axe. Like, what's the axe gonna do to the fire? I don't
Scare it.
Like, why do they like Paul Verhoeven is just like, let's murder some fish.
That scene right there would cause hell.
Yeah. Get the close up on the fish dying, please. Does it have breasts? No.
His vag face is all sweaty.
Yeah. Oh no, it looks the best it's ever
like
looked.
my vag face is bloody and sweaty.
They should
I want to see them where they're walking around like zombies. I don't feel good. The mutant girls. So, but if the fan, like, where's the fan going? Like, where's the air coming from? Not just a fan moving.
Yeah.
Because a fan moving air that's not oxygenated isn't going to oxygenate the air, is it?
No. I think it's just...
that's why I said, is it? Because you'd be like, actually,
Yeah.
when you're going to lay down the science, I mean, they'd be like, oh, well, fuck.
No, I think the fact because these are pipelines, so they're like probably wherever the source of the oxygen is so far away. While some air is traveling to them, it's not getting to them in any kind of...
They probably turned off the air maker.
Yeah, like any amount of time, whereas when you've got the fans going, it's pumping in the air and filling up the whole area. So they're breathing out more carbon dioxide than they're taking in oxygen is what I'm guessing.
That sounds like something.
Yeah. This reminds me of like Labyrinth.
Yes, dude, that's hilarious. I'm not even shitting you. I was just thinking Dark Crystal. And I was thinking those like big beetle bug guys that were wandering around. But yes, it does. Buddy should have been there. Once you get rid of this guy, they'll go around a corner and Buddy will be, go back. Go back.
That'd be amazing. I do like these.
They'll run into Hoggle. He'll be like, have you seen David Bowie? And they'll be like, no, we're looking for mutants.
We got bad news for you. He's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's good.
Boom. Oh, he found a weak
shit.
spot.
That's how I play video games.
Yeah.
I yell at the screen a lot and porno. I'm gonna drill you, sucker.
Look at this. I'm gonna jig off to you. What?
Oh yeah.
That would be a horrific way to die. Just smushed up against rocks and ground to death.
You know, this is one of the types of movies too where this movie doesn't like now. You know, when it starts after they try to, the movie's a lot of running.
Yeah.
It's one like there's not a lot of action scenes. There's a lot of running,
which actually really ties it in well to Minority Report.
It does actually.
Everybody runs.
Yep. Minority Report is fucking awesome.
Yeah, Minority Report's a great movie, but I'm very interested in the combination of the two. Like, I almost wish
like, as a sequel, that would have been really neat.
Like, I almost wish that they would have made a remake of this as a prequel to Minority Report but it was too late because they ignored so many of the things that would have made Minority Report a sequel to this.
Right.
So that was actually very good luck because he didn't know exactly where that dude was. He just kind of drilled it.
And if I saw that thing coming through, I would have gotten out. I'm sure you can get out of the damn thing, leave it and run and like fucking back up or like.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. It would have been way funnier if he's like, haha, you missed me. I got 5 kids to feed.
And then he just moves it over.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I've been very
rock set.
It's funny because I've been very interested in the concept of terraforming lately. They've been talking about like steps
Superman.
But they've also been talking about the steps that it would take to like terraform Mars or the moon or something like that, and what kind of things would need to occur and how long it would take and all these kind of things. That it's like basically if they wanted to terraform the moon, they'd have to like set off like super powerful nukes at each of the poles that would like trigger some things. And it
sounds like a bunch of fucking nonsense to me. Fucking setting off nuclear bombs to terraform the moon.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of nonsense. It's just like this movie. I honest to God, dude, I don't believe any of it. It makes me sound crazy, like I'm some flat earth believer, which it is fine. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like if they would have started back in the day and they said they could explain the God particle and they went all that way, that's what we would believe.
Yeah.
right? I don't believe when they say that's what a black hole does. You gotta, go up there and stick your dick in there. Well, that's how you know.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, they got their first photo of a black hole.
Did they say
yesterday? Well, why is it that you always just assume they're lying?
You have to. Somebody has to. Of course they're lying to us. That's what they do. Look at this movie. Turn the fucking air on, Cohagen.
But it's different if they're providing you with absolutely nothing. They're like, just trust us. This is how it is. And you're like, why should I trust you?
No, I know what you're saying.
But then they're like, here's evidence. We're like that. Yeah, we have no motivation to lie to you.
No, but the thing is that the evidence is like, you know where I'm coming from? Like, I get you. Science is the best way they can explain something at that time. With all the things given to them. Like, I understand it, but sometimes when I'm thinking like, when you solve a math problem, I don't get the math. I understand the ending we got to, but all this shit in the middle, I don't. You know what I mean? That's the same thing with their explanation of these. It's so far above my head and everybody else's head that we're in a sense, we're just believing them.
Yeah. But what's been interesting, I was reading a thing because they were talking about the black holes and stuff, and they were saying it's interesting because nobody had ever seen a black hole before. They've seen basically gaps in space. And then you're just like, okay, well, that's this, but the other thing. And then they were going back to other theories and things like that. It's interesting because theoretically they all should have shot each other. None of the bullets went through him.
I think they were kind of down on an angle.
Okay, well,
and they were also like, wow, he's not like dead or bleeding. He's just kind of crouched in the fetal position, taking a gazillion shots.
Yes, I do like that too. But anyways, I can't remember specifically what they were, but they were talking about a bunch of like theories that people thought were absolutely insane, but then every single one of them was proved true.
Right.
And it was all done just based on the math. They were just like, some dude just sat there and worked out math and goes, that means that this is a possibility. And everybody's like, how does that work? And then all of a sudden they did it. And they're like, holy shit.
I like that picture of the black hole, by the way.
It was very cool.
I thought it was pretty neat. It looked like when you have a sparkler. Yes. And you make a circle with it.
Yes.
And you go over and over and over and over and over.
Well, I had only seen, because I was at the hospital with my son. My son just recently had surgery yesterday, actually, as we were recording this on the Thursday. It was yesterday. But it was the day that that info came out, and the only shot I saw was that blurry one.
Right.
So the other shot came out a little bit later. So it was interesting. I was like, that's neat. But at the same time, I could see somebody just going, well, how do you know that's not just a planet, like eclipsing or something?
They don't. That's the thing, right? Well, they like we were just saying, like they have their whole thing. I don't, honestly, like it's a cool picture, but I dig the idea of like you can see something with a telescope and you could take a guess.
Yeah.
They go, what the atmosphere is and this and that. I think black holes are kind of neat, actually. I think they're really neat.
Well, the idea, too, I think that what that shot is showing more than anything, especially the one where it's like the twirly thing, light doesn't travel escape like that. Yeah. So you're actually watching the light being physically bent.
Yeah, sucked in or bent or whatever it's doing,
And that's
fucked up.
Yeah. It's been interesting because I think I over-explain shit to my daughter at a level that she's not ready for yet. And I like...
well, she is really young.
Well, because I've explained like evolution to her. I've explained... Like I explained the whole...
1 second. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. This is the most important line in cinema. You're coming with me.
We go.
This is actually him talking about the party. You're coming with me to the party.
This is one of the best Arnold quotes of them all.
Oh my God.
Like I said, there wasn't a lot in this one.
Not a great death. And it's funny because he didn't have an arm in Starship Troopers.
You're right, he didn't see the body.
And he actually, in that movie, he also loses his legs.
Oh my God. He loses tons of shit. Verhoeven likes this guy. Oh yeah, I forgot that's Verhoeven as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so you're explaining like physics and quantum math to your daughter.
I do it all the friggin' time, and it's my only hope is like I don't expect that like she's going to be able to physically go and explain this to somebody, but I hope that maybe when the day comes when they start talking about this at some level, like in school, that she'll go, oh hey, like a bit of that triggers in the back of my mind,
you know, the total recall.
And it'll then help me. Oh, here we go. He's gonna do it. My thing is, do you really have to have your hand like in the things for it to work? Can't you just press down on the orb?
No.
Yeah.
Clearly there's a handprint there for a reason. Okay?
I guess so. I just thought maybe they were so strong that they pushed down on it. It just
like melted their hand like right into it.
Yeah, it could have been anything.
And maybe in that Total Recall too, we can see the aliens.
Yeah. Again, no, this is the whole prequel of it all, where they're like all the foolproof plans keep going awry and they have to make the better plan for next time.
Maybe in the first one, like the aliens use him and then they wipe their mind and then they get him.
I want to find out.
And then he's So the guy's mind by the end of this trilogy is just
Yeah,
like,
it's just scrambled eggs. I actually kind of wish I'm creating a new backstory now for Ronnie Cox's character. He actually did all this to seduce Quaid into being Hauser, and then they were actually gay lovers.
Oh.
And that's why he's so upset that he doesn't get Hauser back. Because otherwise, right? Like all these guys are a dime a dozen.
Right.
And that's why he's
it's
so
his lover. That's why he cares so much. Here we go. Here comes the Total Recall again.
And that's why he's so mad at what's it called?
Richter.
Yeah, he's so mad at Richter for he's like, you're fucking it all up. He's like, my boyfriend was almost back to me. And
that's what they cut into the X-rated version.
that's oh god, just anal penetration between Schwarzenegger and Cox, or just constantly saying
great.
Cox. Also a problem.
I do like that kind of a visual explanation right there,
Yeah,
showing the thing. I was like, I got you.
yeah. It was 2-3 second shots.
Boom,
That just,
boom, boom.
like,
And I was like, I got
put
you.
it all
Okay, I
together.
dig it.
Yep.
Because without that, you'd be like, what the fuck is he like?
Yeah.
The fuck's he hanging on
My
to?
disbelief
there you
is
go. Look,
suspended.
there you
Oh, it's so good.
go. Oh, fucking breathe it in.
I really wanted to. I heard somebody talk about them, and I'd always really wanted to go into one of those tornado simulator things. Put some money in, and then it gets like crazy windy in there.
Oh,
and apparently, they're just garbage.
I wanted to check out at Wonderland where they have the. I cannot wait too. I'm ready. Got my gold pass.
Yeah.
Ready to go. I'm going in May.
Canada's Wonderland, Cedar Fair, baby.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably go early June.
We're going in May because I want to go there with nobody. I have a feeling nobody will be there. We're going to go a Monday and a Tuesday
Yeah.
in the middle of May.
We were talking about going like middle of the week in June. Yeah. Same deal.
That's the way to do it. The park's only open from like 10 till 6, but I have a feeling there's going to be nobody there. Here we fucking go.
But you'll get through a lot of stuff. These faces like haunt me to this day.
Oh my God. That's
I
what I look
remember-
like when I take a crap.
I remember I had a very rare nightmare about this in like around the time that we saw this.
Right.
It's very, very rare that I actually have a nightmare based on something that I've seen.
Oh, right. Okay, I got you.
You know what I mean?
Me too, yeah.
You know, and this was one where it's just like I remember seeing these guys. It wasn't even specifically like people I knew. It wasn't even specifically these guys. It was just we were in a situation where that was happening to people, and I was like,
I love the sound that this makes when it rips through the core of the earth.
yes,
It's a nice crunchy. It sounds like snow. I bet you they use snow.
yeah,
Crunchy snow.
probably, or Captain Crunch. Oops, all crunch berries.
That cereal turned my shit like toxic blue. I'm not even joking you. It was like the most unbelievable color. Isn't this the most erotic thing you've ever seen?
It will be in a
Eyeballs
minute.
Oh God.
Oh, like he gets those eyes come
God, that
out.
looks awesome.
Like he's starting to look like the Asian girl from Hostel.
He looked like Jabba the Hutt's penis.
Yes.
Here we go. Here we go. Listen to this. You think you like gravel feet? This one's way better.
I do like gravel feet. What are you talking about?
Oh, right there.
Yeah, it
Ready to get
sounds
that
like
crunch.
I was gonna say it sounds like slow mo of like a glacier, like collapsing
Yeah.
or something.
Yep. It's. I bet you there's snow mixed in there, like
Yep.
that. The glacier and the foot and the
An avalanche or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that, which makes sense. This part
Oh,
doesn't.
there goes a bunch of packing foam.
Yes. The sweet old packing peanuts.
What a sweet idea for a movie.
Oh, it's a lot of
The
fun.
air coming out. There should have been a sequel, man. Fuck, but they're fucking around on Mars a lot now, right? Because they can go
Yeah.
on the surface and.
Mars is boring.
But can't be Total Recall because he's got everything back.
Yeah, he's totally recalled.
Yeah, totally recalled. That's
See,
what it'll be.
but
That's what
this
it'll
is
be.
this is the kind of movie though where you could just totally like fuck everything they said here.
Fuck, you better get that. Oh, fuck, you're almost getting there, Arnold.
I know. Yep. Push it back in. Push it back in. But like you could theoretically, if say they would have made just a direct sequel to this movie, they could have went, "Oh, you didn't remember this thing. Like this didn't come back to you, or this was hidden even deeper in your mind, or this was hidden in one of your friends' minds." Like there's a million things. Like
Right.
they could literally just they could start it with, "Yep, that was all just an implant, and this is the real thing."
Right.
So like it's just. I mean, there's a lot of fuck yous that go with that, but there's.
Oh. You know what? It really seemed like they were pretty much past the point of no return there. My God.
Yeah.
Like.
I wouldn't take. Yeah, I think once your face swells out to a certain
Yeah,
point,
like when
there's
your
no
neck
coming back.
gets like, whoa, like you're pretty. That's you know.
When you just look like you are a goiter.
Woo, that'd be the best breath of your life. Oh, these people are gonna
my
love
God.
it.
It'd be like your life is a CPAP
Fuck the
machine.
window damage. Your face is already fucked. Forget the cuts.
Yeah.
It's actually helping.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been the best if this scene, this all happens, and then they all like get up, and they're all beautiful people.
The beautiful people.
And then the people who had all the air, now they're turning into freaks because they have too much of it.
Well, freaking they're getting sucked out?
Yeah. Well, they're being blown out more than anything. It's the air pressure is just...
It's a blowout, bro. I'd be all right. We should land it outside. You'd be like, fucking A.
Oh, man.
Woo. Like,
It's
look
the
at
nice
that.
thing.
Like, my God, Arnold.
It's the one thing I like about like the whole idea of the terraforming, like trying to terraform on the moon. So there's no huge impact to us if it doesn't work. Say they launched they had a bunch of nukes on the moon and stuff like that. It's like, well, what's going to get killed? All the nothing that's up there?
Nah, but they'll blow the moon up and then the fucking tide will be all fucked and everything will be fucked. You think they're going to drop a nuke on the moon?
They've
Is
done
this
it.
real talk?
They've done it already.
Oh, my God.
They've done. Yeah.
Trying to find God.
Yeah.
Shooting missiles up in
He's
the
up
air.
there. He's up there somewhere. Show yourself.
What are you waiting for?
Finally, a giant door in the moon opens up. He's like, "I'm so sorry."
I've been cooking. Like, oh, sorry, man.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That really looks aight.
He's like, "I
Some
knew.
glass to clean up.
I knew you'd be mad about Ishtar, so I hid from the world." Then you find out that before Ishtar came out, everybody like could directly speak to God, and like he was just very accessible. And
What fucking Ishtar?
fucking Ishtar blew it for everybody.
I think that's a Steve Martin joke in one of his books too.
Oh, really?
Somebody, yeah, at the beginning called Ishtar.
I do like Ishtar.
Hey, she looks like Mickey James wrestler right there.
Oh, really?
I wonder if the factory's gonna stay open now. Everybody's just gonna breathe the air.
Breathe
It's
that.
gonna
Yeah.
turn like Earth. Everybody's gonna be on welfare, and it was doing nothing.
Now everybody on Mars is trying to kill them because they just cost all the jobs.
Yeah, he took my job. Blue skies on Mars. Psh, that's a new one.
Hey.
See, that's the thing that makes you think too. Like, is this still?
Yeah.
Is this still his implant?
Yeah.
His memory of the thing?
You know what I would have liked? Because, I mean, they have the little line, like, is it all a dream? Well, you better kiss me before you wake up thing. I would have loved, like, more of a Inception kind of thing. You know, when he spins the totem, and then at the very end, the totem just does that little tilt.
Oh, we're like,
to
whoa,
make
is
you
it
think,
like,
it is
yeah.
real? But, like,
I like that movie, actually, Inception.
never heard of it. Wait, you just brought it up. I don't know what you're talking about. That could have
Like,
been
it looks like an eyeball on the side of a...
Yeah.
Looks like the Michael Jackson video.
It seems way too instant for that to have worked.
What do you mean? It's air.
I know. But now,
Things
like,
probably would have fucked
but now
up.
the's like a full atmosphere and clouds.
Oh, like not even like a chain reaction. It's just like boom. It's all we needed
Yeah.
was a couple of spurts of that in the air, and now we're
you just set this planet to air. Oh man, you know what we should have done? Now the next, I'll tell you.
some bad
There you go.
screening.
Yeah, that was
See,
fantastic.
that looks bad. If their whole movie with all these practical effects to have something like that, you're like,
I know.
see right there, this sound.
Yeah,
See, this is the theme right here coming up.
I know. Well, and that was it. I think that some people just didn't get it, or they just weren't paying attention.
Because they're stupid.
I agree.
They don't even want to pay attention, so that afterwards they can be like, well, this fucking blah, blah." I act like that because I didn't actually pay attention.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we
Because
didn't
I
have to back
mental
then.
problems.
3 boobs, and then
That's what I found. I saw that.
then
I looked up
explosion.
then.
Yeah, exactly. I
boobs.
rewound that a bunch of times. I don't know what your problem is. This
Yes, I know somebody.
Hey.
Somebody explained this
somebody's name is
to
Dickie Beer.
their kids.
Yeah,
Swan Hefner.
there's some good names in there.
And they were like, he's like, well, in a couple years, he's like, when you're 16, he's like, I'll let you watch, because we were talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. And he's like, I'll let you watch this movie. And he's like, in the movie, the girl's got, and he leaned over and he was like, 3 boobs. Because the daughter is way younger, and he's like 3, and you could just see his eyes like, oh, he was like,
What is this
give
of,
you
the, of
something
which
to
you
look
speak?
forward to. 3 titties. You know what's funny is that some women's vaginas looks like they have 4 or 5 going on in there.
4 or 5 vagina.
It
Yeah.
looks like a roast beef sandwich that's been left in lava. You're just like, what?
I was gonna say it's when you go to one of those like specialty grilled cheese shops where they have like multiple layers of cheese and some ham in there, and for some reason like a single pear.
There's like, it's like you have like a vagina wrap,
Yes.
and it's like 4 or 5 vaginas are tightly wrapped up together, and now they're starting to let go and come apart.
Oh, they're blooming for the spring.
I don't know about a bloom, but
Yeah. It's built in the way like when like NASA has like the joining of the two, like the LEM and the command module, like it slides in just so. So it's like you can miss a little bit and it'll like catch it and bring it back.
you know, ladies, no, come on, we're all just joking here. If you saw my penis, you would understand that I would say no to no. I wouldn't say no to any vagina, even if it looked like Ren from Ren and Stimpy's face when he's sad.
Yeah.
His lips are like. Ooh.
If you've seen Tremors, you've seen my penis. Got little penis feelers that come out, and it's just looking for vaginas, and it never finds any. So I go back underground,
Back underground.
or just into my bush.
My bush.
My bush.
Industrial Light Magic.
Of course it was, man.
Man, that company. We should look up how much that company is made, and how do you technically? How much do they pay? Like when they go, hey, Industrial Light Magic, we want you to do the special effects for Black Panther. What does that company get?
Well,
They
I
made
mean,
the whole fucking movie pretty much.
yeah. Well, it's all based on what the manpower's gonna like. It's probably all done in like bids, right? Where they're like, okay, so here's what you need. You're gonna need 200 shots. Where this much of it is CG. You're gonna need like these kind of characters created. You're gonna need this. It's gonna take 40 of our guys, and it's gonna take 6 months.
This much time,
So
right.
therefore, it's going to cost you this much. So it's like they just crunch a bunch of numbers. I don't think there's any kind of like set like, oh, you want us to do your movie? It's gonna cost you 10 million or something.
Play
like
the Nintendo game from Acclaim Entertainment. Read the novel.
that. We desperately need to go through all my like games because I've got like all the, I have all
remember
these
the
games.
Total Recall Nintendo
Neither do I.
game.
But they're all nonsense. They're just side scrollers where you're just
Okay, so
jumping
this
up
is
and collecting
90 something.
air.
This
Yeah,
is 90 something.
Yeah.
So this is a Super Nintendo then.
potentially. Yeah, it could have been
No,
like
it has
late.
to be.
Oh yeah. Well,
Well,
those
no,
came
no,
out
no,
in 90.
90.
Yeah,
Because 91 is Terminator 2, I think, right?
yeah,
What a good run for Arnold.
yeah. It wasn't too shabby. All right, guys.
So 90, we were
Yeah.
8, and there's Nintendo. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the end of Nintendo.
94. Yeah. Yeah, might have been it. Okay.
All right, guys, that is it for this one. Oh, it's so good to be back on the Arnie train. We will be back next week. We're gonna let you know what we're coming at you with next. It is fun. It is kind of a revisit of something else. I won't tell you what. You'll figure it out. As always, find us at miscastcommentary.com. Check out our Twitter at Miscast Podcast. I'm at JK Finley. Todd's at Miscast Todd. Email us, podcast at miscastcommentary.com. Phone us, 289-769-8233. Did I say the number
Is that a
right?
question? I don't
It's a
fucking
question. I have to double check the number now because I just said that and now I'm not confident. I may
Sound
just
like
edit
it? Does
this
that sound
part.
like
No, I don't even know what the fuck it is. Yeah,
We have a number.
yeah, just fucking phone it. You know
Just
that.
put it up. Show it on the screen.
Well, what screen is on the video? I don't know where it is.
You know your own fucking phone number. I know something that they can do.
What can they do?
Get their ass to Miscast Commentary.
.com.
Get your ass to miscastcommentary.com. Get your ass to miscastcommentary.com.
Oh, there we go. I fucked it up. So call us. We're at 289-769-3288. Let us know how you felt about the movie. Let us know if there's a movie you want us to do. Anything, just leave messages. We will potentially play it on a future episode if it's good. So give us a yell. Leave us a message.
Get your ass to miscastcommentary.com.
Get your ass to miscastcommentary.com. All right, guys. We will see you next week. Love you much.
Bye.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.